just really pulled away in the second half and actually evoked the mercy rule late in that game.
Yeah. Midway through the second quarter, it was 14-7 CAC, and and the mercy rule was just, not even a thought, but boy, they really turned it on. Kane Price with a good game, Taquan Hall with a good game as well.
And the Ricebirds got, of course, another good night from Dawson McKelvey on special teams. Several special teams plays, including one of the plays I talked about, Hayden Prine's punt after a high snap. After the snap went over his head, he chased the thing back and picked it up and got one of the best punts off of the night.
Oh, yeah, on the run. On the run, he still got about 30 yards downfield. Just a great effort.
Yep, no doubt about that. And, of course, the Ricebirds go on and, again, big win, 48-14 on the road. Well, tonight it's the Malvern Leopards.
7770, or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online, and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
Tohatsu Outboard.
It all sounds fine here, Evan. I don't know.
To 250 horsepower.
Are we still
going?
With
a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable
looks
and
good,
lightweight
mixture
outboard
looks
motors.
good.
And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxpw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
And a little technical difficulty here on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show. Welcome back. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and we're about to talk about the Malvern Leopards. They were 11-2 last year, Brent, 6-1 in conference, with that lone loss being to eventual state champion Arkadelphia, 34-23 on the last week of the regular season. Now, their other loss ended their year in the third round of the playoffs at Elkins, 45-31. So the only two Leopard losses last year were to the state finalists. And as a reminder, the Leopards were state champions in 2022. They defeated the Ricebirds last year in the third week of the season, 48-38. Now this year the Leopards are 1-1. They opened the season on the road at Jacksonville, winning 22-14. Britton, you kind of watched that game, the score a little bit while we were broadcasting our game, and Malvern was trailing some in that ball game, if I don't remember.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was a back and forth game, kind of a track meet up and down the field there until late in the game when the Ricebirds kicked the field goal. I think one time the Malvern went down and got a touchdown
and win it 22-14. Now, last week they lost to one of their rivals, biggest rival probably, Glen Rose, 35-21 right here at Leopard Stadium in Malvern. Head coach John Fogelman, he's 55-30 at the helm in Malvern, and this is his second year of his second stint with the Leopards. He returned 7 offensive and 7 defensive starters from last year's squad. Now, unfortunately for Coach Fogelman, the expected 3-year starter at quarterback, who passed for 1,900 yards and 17 touchdowns last year, he left school in the winter, leaving coach to break in a new quarterback, but watch for number 12, Kyler Wright, to take the snaps tonight. He played on the defensive line last year and is also a pitcher and first baseman for the baseball team, so you got a pretty good idea that this is a pretty good-sized young man.
Yes, it is. He kind of looks like a lineman back there, as you said, and he's got a strong arm as well.
And he will play some on the defensive line tonight, is my understanding as well. Now, in the backfield, we got to watch senior all-conference running back number 7, Tavian Clegg, 5'9", 170 pounds. He's got 4.5 speed, and even though he missed 4 games last year with an injury, he still amassed 1,115 yards and 14 touchdowns. One of those was against Stuttgart. He's also a defender on the soccer team, and he runs track. Now, receiving, senior All-State Kalen Cooper, number 11. He's 6'1", 180 pounds. He led the Leopards a year ago with 48 receptions for 763 yards and 7 touchdowns. Included in those stats are 9 catches for 86 yards against Arkadelphia and 6 for 126 yards against Elkins, the two state finalists. Now, he also had 2 touchdown catches against Stuttgart last year. Coach Fogelman praises Kalen for his height and great hands. Now, on defense, several stand out, including senior Brandon Jackson, 6 foot, 250 pounds at defensive end. A year ago, he had 46 tackles, including a team-high 13 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. And it's really hard, Brent, to find weaknesses in the Leopards. The quarterback position was a question mark heading into the season. The Leopards only have 1 returning starter in the defensive secondary, so maybe a chance there for the Ricebirds to exploit maybe that one weakness.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Ricebirds are going to be able to get some passes downfield on them. In that game that I watched last week where they played Glenn Rose, now I believe that was number 18, Delamar, had a couple of interceptions, but they were on some short routes, and they were vulnerable to the deep pass, I think.
So in Ricebirds, that's one of the strengths as well. So
absolutely,
you like to match up your strengths against somebody else's weaknesses, and that might be the case here tonight. The sun is beginning to set here off to our west. Brent and I are actually facing. We're facing south, and the west is out to our right, and there's still a little bit of sunshine that is in the east end zone there. And, of course, that's the end zone that has the big Leopard Stadium scoreboard. They've got a big video board, and it is really nice. First class there as well. Of course, they've got a relatively new field turf field, beautifully solid green, but it is marked off with the orange and white with Malvern in the east end zone and Leopards spelled out in the west end zone in white outlined in black. And in the middle of the field here, there is a big orange and white M with Leopards right across the middle of it. So that really a beautiful facility here. And Brent and I are in, as he mentioned a little bit earlier, one of the nicest press boxes probably in high school that we've been in, maybe ever. Certainly hadn't been any nicer than this one. We've got the captains that are getting ready to come out here at for the coin toss. I still haven't seen the Malvern Leopard. I believe maybe they're coming out of the field house down there now. So we'll have their captains here for you in just a second. Taking a quick look around the 2-4A conference. Around the 8-4A conference, Stuttgart is alone at the top with a 2-0 record. DeWitt and Hamburg are both 1-0. Warren, Crossit, and Helena are 1-1. Star City is 0-1, and Monticello is 0-2. Quick look back to last week. In addition to Stuttgart's win over CAC, 48-14, Warren beat Whitehall 28-14. Hamburg over McGee, 49-27. Earl took care of Helena 36-12. Crossit broke a long losing streak there, Brent, 42-22 over Watson Chapel.
Yeah, they did. I think that was a 13-game losing streak going back 2 seasons.
Yes.
Yeah, but a big win for them. They were trying to get back on track.
Exactly. Dumas over Star City, 39-0. Bauxite over Monticello, 38-36. And if there is any surprise, just a couple of weeks into the season, to me, it's got to be Monticello, Brent.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they played some pretty good teams, but you wouldn't expect them to be 0-2.
Exactly. Now, last week, DeWitt had their open date. Now, looking at tonight, in addition to Stuttgart here at Malvern, Watson Chapel will be at Warren, Jacksonville will be at DeWitt, McGee will be at Star City, Louisiana Oak Grove will be at Crossit, Dumas will be at Hamburg. That ought to be a good one. Helena will be at Drew Central down in Monticello, and Monticello has the night off. This is their open date. And we see the captains beginning to make their way out to the center of the field. Brent, have you had a chance to get those captain numbers for us?
Yep, I've got them. For the Malvern Leopards, number 5, Devon Juniel. Number 7, Tavian Clegg. Number 21, David Hutchins. And number 44, Brandon Jackson. For the Ricebirds, number 3, Kane Price. Number 7, QT Johnson. Number 55, Keyshawn McKnight. And number 74, Dagan Duncan.
And the Malvern Leopards, as they come out of their field house, they kind of make a little lap here on the near side. Now they're going back, and they're going to be loading up into their big inflatable helmet. They have a big orange helmet with the black face mask on it. Kind of resembles the maroon and white helmet that the Ricebirds used as a run-through for years. But the Ricebird run-through is here, and, oh, boy, he is fierce-looking. The big Ricebird with the run-through out behind it, and it is over in the southeast corner of the field here And a Ricebird Marching Band is in the stands over there. Nice crowd of Ricebird fans have made their way. There's actually 3 separate sets of stands on the visitor side, and Ricebirds have some representation in all of them. So the Birds are well represented here tonight.
And, unfortunately, where we are here tonight, we are in a closed window, so we probably won't be able to hear any of the Stuttgart band tonight, unfortunately.
No, you're not going to be able to hear them, and probably not much in the way of crowd noise either. No. That's one disadvantage that I always enjoy on the radio is you really get a feel for it when you can hear the crowd and hear the emotion from the people in the stands. That won't be the case here tonight in all likelihood. But we'll see. A beautiful facility that Brent and I are in here, the press box facility that has quite a few different stalls, very roomy, and has a nice big common area, I would call it, in the center, kind of a suite, and of course they got big buffet lines set up there, and it's really a first-class facility, as we'll talk about several times probably through the night. The Ricebirds making their way back. The captains are going back, and they're beginning to load up into that big Ricebird maroon and gray and white run through. I see Coach Price is out there. Here come the Malvern Leopards out of their run through, following their cheerleaders with the big MHS flags. And again, the Malvern Leopards tonight will be dressed in orange pants, orange jerseys, black helmets, and white numbers. Here come the Stuttgart Ricebirds out of their run through. The Ricebirds more numbers than the Malvern Leopards.
Yep.
And the Birds, again, mentioned earlier, they're dressed in their white road uniforms, white pants, white jerseys, maroon helmets. They've got the Flying Bird logo on one side of the helmet, their jersey number on the other side, and, of course, the jersey numbers are maroon and a little bit of maroon trim on the pants as well. They've taken their place on the sideline, so have the Malvern Leopards, and we are just about ready for kickoff here tonight from Leopard Stadium in Malvern, final non-conference game of the regular season for the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Malvern Leopards.
I didn't see who won the toss, but we will find that out pretty quick here as the Ricebirds are ready to come out on the field. And looks like the Ricebirds are going to receive. I see QT Johnson out there going back deep, Keaton Byers as well. So the Ricebirds will receive, and they will be going from the west to the east, which is the right to the left here at Leopard Stadium.
Malvern's got it teed up. Kicking for Malvern, I'm not sure if that is 33. Is that who's going to kick for them? Jarrett Hathcock?
That could be.
I think that, yes. Well, no,
42.
42,
yep.
Trotting out there. Alan Cervantes is their kicker, and he's going to trot out there and tee it up.
We want to bet he plays soccer.
I bet you're exactly right.
Not very big.
He's not very big, but you don't have to have. Just got to have a big leg.
Big leg.
All right, time for the battle cry. The field is green. The stripes are white. We're ready for some Ricebird non-conference football on this Friday night. Waiting for the official. There's the signal. Moves up, puts his foot into it. End over end kick, and we're underway in Malvern. Ricebirds are going to take it back at the 3-yard line, back across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, a little bit of a seam, and it gets jammed up pretty good at the 30-yard line. On the return for the Ricebirds, I believe, was number 2, Jeremiah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was number 2.
Jeremiah Jackson.
Yeah, Jeremiah Jackson. He caught that just inside the 5 and got a pretty good return out to the 32, so pretty good field position for the Ricebirds starting off here tonight for their first possession.
Here come the Birds as they break the huddle and head to the line of scrimmage. The lights have not come on yet. Well, actually, they have come on, but they're just warming up here in Malvern. Ricebirds are going to send 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Kane Price is your quarterback. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap, takes a step back. Now being chased out of the pocket, looking. Now he's going to have to find a way to get rid of it, and he does. He finds Hayden Prine over here on the near side. Incomplete. Lots of pressure that time on Price.
Yeah, and the flag down on the far side, right on the Stuttgart line. It's in the area of holding.
And let's see, waiting for the official in the white hat to give us the official word. Still waiting.
Yeah. Ken Ashley threw that ball to Hayden Prine, and Hayden got a hand on it.
He did.
on the sideline, just unable to come away with it.
Hayden did a good job coming back to help his quarterback that was in trouble.
Ineligible man downfield.
And, again, that was a time thing there, Brent. It just took so long for the play to try to develop.
Yeah, well, I think they're trying to set up a screen pass there, but it just didn't work, and then somebody got downfield. So that's better. That's better than a holding penalty. It's only 5 yards.
1st and 15 now for the Ricebirds from their own 26-yard line. Ball is toward the center of the field, moving again from the right to the left. Price takes, hands off. A little bit of room on the left side. Once again, gets clogged up real quick.
Yep. Taquan Hall on the carry. He's going to have 1 yard, and that's going to be it over the right side.
On the stop, number 15, Brad Sailing. Going to bring up now 2nd down, 14 for the Ricebirds. Ball is between the 27 and 28-yard line on the far hash mark. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback. 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Price calling signals, takes a snap, quickly fires it out. Got QT Johnson at the 25, 30, 35, first down. It's a foot race, 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 10. They're not going to catch him. QT Johnson takes it to the house. No flags.
No flags on the field. And, Lynn, you got to give a pat on the back there that time to Jeremiah Jackson with the block right there on the corner that sprung QT down the sidelines. He got a block on number 4 there, Hogan, and it was off to the races, and they're not going to catch QT going down the sidelines. 72 yards. I believe the ball was on the 28.
Awesome. Dawson McKelvey in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Keaton Byers. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds quickly lead the Malvern Leopards 7-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, maintenance technicians, millwrights, project managers, and more. Learn while you earn with free on-the-job training through Lexicon University. Competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, an on-site health clinic, annual bonus program, and more. Check out lexicon-inc.com/football and join us as we build America one project at a time.
And we welcome you back to Leopard Stadium in Malvern, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds take the opening kick, and 3 plays, they hit QT Johnson from Kane Price, 72 yards, and QT just ran off and left the Leopards, and the Birds, after the Dawson McKelvey PAT, lead 7-0.
Yeah, not a long pass that time by Kane, just right
down the sideline.
A little screen pass,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but, boy, great blocking there by Jeremiah Jackson.
Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at about the 17-yard line, back across the 20. 25 on the return is going to be number 8. That's Jabori Jacobs. And the Malvern Leopards are going to have the ball first down and 10 at their own 33-yard line for their first possession here of the ball game.
Jeremiah Thomas in on the tackle for the Ricebirds, and the Leopards will start out right about the same spot that the Ricebirds did. They were on about the 32, and the Leopards are just inside the 33.
Ricebird defense is set. Here come the Malvern Leopard offense from the sidelines to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is big, number 12, Kyler Wright. He's in shotgun formation. He's got 2 wideouts to each side, single back standing to his right. Sends a man in motion from left to right, handoff right in the middle, and that is Tavian Clegg, I think, on the carry.
Yes, it is. He's going to have about 4 on first down right up the middle.
Number 15, Ethan Boyd on the stop for the Ricebirds.
Clegg on that carry carried a couple of Ricebirds for about an extra yard. Strong runner. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
From the 37-yard line, Malvern Leopards from the far hash mark, moving from the left to the right. 2 backs flank the quarterback, hand off Clegg into the line, close to first down. I think he's going to be maybe about a yard short as he gets out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's going to be the case. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, 2 runs for Clegg on their first 2 plays, but we knew that he's their guy, and they like to get him the ball early and often, and that's what they're doing here tonight so far.
Third down and short coming up now for the Malvern Leopards. From the far hash mark, the quarterback flanked with running backs. 2 wide outs to the right. Going to take hand off the back that is to the left, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back at the 40-yard line. Nice play defensively by the Ricebirds.
Yeah, LaDarian Smith, big, number 78, broke through the line, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss. Big play there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, it was the difference now between, obviously a first down. Why in the world they don't go back to Clegg? You always kind of wonder about those sort of things.
Yeah, if they haven't stopped it yet, why do you change?
Jared Hathcock, number 33, is in punt formation, but let's keep an eye on him. Looks like he's going to put his foot into it. He is. Gets a nice punt. He's going to kick it away from the Ricebirds. It hits at about the 24, and it's going to bounce inside the 20, inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Back there tempting was Keaton Byers. He was tempted, I think, a little bit.
Keaton Byers and Jordan Miner got dangerously close to it as well, but they didn't touch it. So a great punt that time by Hathcock, pins the Ricebird inside the 15.
Hathcock really flipped the field position with that punt. And Ricebirds now with their second possession of the night. They break the huddle on the sideline and go straight to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Birds. Kane Price, your quarterback. Going to be operating out of an empty backfield. 2 wide outs to the left. One outside the numbers on the far side. Price calls for the ball quickly, fires out, screen pass. QT Johnson again at the 10, the 15, the 20, and tight ropes the sideline. Looks like he might be a little short of a first down. Let's see where they mark him.
No, he's got it.
He's got the first down, signals the gentleman in the white hat. So very quickly the Ricebirds move out of their own red zone, get a little breathing room. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Price now looks like he's making an adjustment, calling out to his receivers on the left side. That's the wide side of the field. Sends a man in motion from the right to the left, just a little toss sweep. Coming to the near side, and he's going to run into a couple of Malvern Leopards who were pinned up there by one of the Ricebirds. On the carry for the Birds was number 42, Taekwon Hall.
Yeah, Taekwon Hall on that little pop pass, as you mentioned, only 1 yard. That hole closed on him pretty quickly.
Second down and 9 coming up for the Ricebirds. Ball now on the near hash mark. Birds again moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. Price with a single back standing to his right. Now he stands up, looks to the sideline. Calls out to his receivers. Takes a snap, fakes, fires across the middle. Got his man complete across the 35. On the reception for the Ricebirds is number 4, Jamarion Horde, and that's going to move the sticks.
Yes, it is. He's going to have a first down on just a quick look-in pass there. Nice concentration by Horde, and he got down to the ground, picked up a first down.
Still operating from the near hash mark. Here come the Birds. 1 wide out to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 2 wide outs to the left, which is the short side of the field. Single back, standing to the right of Price. Now he stands up, looks to the sidelines. Taekwon Hall is going to move from the right side of Price now to the left, lined up in the backfield. Price takes a snap, hands off. Hall trying to get the corner on the right side, turns the corner, not much there. Now we got was that a penalty marker that I saw fly in there?
No, I think that was yes it was. He signaled hold on the far side. Yep.
Turned into a whole pack of orange uniforms there, those Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, the pursuit was very good that time. They didn't let Hall get to the corner, and he tried to cut it up inside, and there were orange jerseys there as well, but it's going to back up the Ricebird. Well, they would have had second down 9. Now they'll have first down in about 20.
Going to back the Birds up. Gentleman in the white hat is marching back inside the 25. Well, let's see. No, he's going to stop at the 25-yard line. Set it down, and that's where the Ricebirds will have it now, as Brent mentioned, first down and 20. 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Going to send a man in motion. Fake to him. Now, Price, all kinds of room as he's going to tuck it down and run and dances in. He's going to be, let's see, about 9 yards, I think, on first down. So it's going to bring up now 2nd down and 11 for the Birds.
Yeah, he tried to cut back across the grain. I think if he would have kept coming.
Yeah, I think if he would have kept coming this way, yes,
side,
I agree totally.
He had some more room.
From the far hash mark, here come the Birds. 2 wide outs to the left. Single back, standing right beside Kane Price, the quarterback. QT Johnson is the wide out on the right, which is the short side of the field. They move Taekwon Hall from the right to the left. Calling for the ball. Takes the snap. Looking. Now he's got some running room. Now he tucks it down. He's going to slide down after a couple yards. And, again, Brent, I thought he probably had a little bit more room there than it looked like maybe from here. But the speed of the Malvern Leopards really closed that up, and he slid down very safely. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 8 for the Rice Birds.
Yeah. I think he took off a little bit too quick there. I think he had some more time to throw the ball.
Same formation, 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Single wide out to the right. Calling for the ball, takes, snaps, getting some pressure, chased out of the pocket, looking, firing downfield, and we've got a penalty marker thrown at the 49-yard line of the Leopards. The pass was incomplete.
Yeah, that might be defensive holding there. He might have grabbed QT there, because that's right where
right where that flag would be thrown. So let's see. The official in the white hat is talking with one of his cohorts, and let's just see what it's going to be. It is going to be a hold, and it is. You called it, Brent. Defensive holding, and that's going to give the Rice Birds a 1st down.
It is. Well, give Johnson credit there. That time he saw Kane scrambling, and he tried to get open. He didn't just stand there. He tried to come back to the quarterback, and Kane saw him, but his jersey was grabbed, and that's going to give the Rice Birds 1st down.
From their own 48-yard line, here come the Rice Birds. 1st down and 10. QT Johnson now split wide to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Kane Price quickly fakes, fires across the middle. He's got a man complete. He's going to have a 1st down. Wrestled around, out of bounds at about the 39-yard line on the reception for the Rice Birds, Jamarion Horde.
Yeah, he's going to have 13 there on another quick pass there. And, he fought for those extra 2 yards there, enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here come the Birds, straight to the line of scrimmage. Running a little tempo here. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Price, we got a slot on left, takes, hands to Taekwon Hall. Taekwon Hall spins out of a potential tackle at the line of scrimmage. Now coming to the near side, turns the corner and gets inside the 30-yard line. He's going to be close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
Yeah, he is going to be close. He ran a long way.
He did run a long ways. And he gave some ground up, too.
He did. He kind of scared me there.
Yeah, me too. Exactly.
1st down.
First down. Wow, right at the 29-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Here comes the Rice Birds, right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position here at Leopard Stadium in Malvern. The Birds, 1 wide out to the left, 2 to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Taekwon Hall lined up to the right of Price. Price takes a snap, fires straight back, shoots a bullet out there to Taekwon Hall. He hangs on, but it's going to be for a loss of 1 back at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, number 2 there for the Leopards, Jeremiah Jimerson, was right there to put a hard lick on Hall. It's going to be a loss of 1 on that completion.
Ball toward the far hash mark. Here come the Birds back to the line. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. One of those is Hayden Prime. The other is QT Johnson. Price calls for the ball, takes, hands off to the back in the backfield. Let's see, we've got a whistle before the snap.
Now, it's going to be a handoff to Jeremiah Thomas. It's going to be a illegal procedure on the Rice Birds. And, boy, it looked like Thomas had a little bit of a hole there around the left side, but it's going to back him up. He came in for a Hall there. Hall took that hard lick, so he's getting a little breather on the sidelines now.
Interesting. I did not hear the whistle, but you can tell when they all stopped that there was a whistle.
You're right.
We are, again, in a fabulous facility here in Malvern, and it's all sealed up. So other than maybe just a little bit of the Malvern band noise, there's not going to be much crowd noise here tonight. 2nd down and 16. Price getting chased out of the backfield. Now he fires. He's got he had QT hit him right in the hands, and it goes in and out. Incomplete down about the 10-yard line. I thought QT had a pretty good shot at that one, Brent.
Yeah, he did. Just a little high there, but that's one that QT is going to catch more often than not.
Yes.
But Price there back time was scrambling around and running for his life, but boy, he found QT just unable to connect, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long now.
From the Malvern 30-yard line, 3rd down and 16 for the Ricebirds. They got to get to the 19 for a first down. 2 wideouts to the right, which is the short side of the field. Price back to pass. Look, now he's going to fire it. Got his man complete. 30, 25, 20, and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And here comes a late flag, and I believe we got a late hit out of bounds on that. Hayden Prine was your receiver.
Yeah, Hayden Prine. Yeah, Lynn and Kane Price was getting up a little slow there as well. I think he took a harder lick, but he appears to be okay. But, boy, Hayden Prine just sitting out there in the flat, just wide open, and picks up a big first down.
And Ricebird's going to pick up some penalty yardage on top of that.
Yep.
They're going to mark this one all the way down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Are they going to? Is that where they're going to set it down, Brent? Yes, at the 9-yard line. First down, goal to go for the Stuttgart Ricebirds at the Malvern Leopard 9.
Hayden Prine with about 18 yards on that play.
From the far hash mark, here come the Birds, knocking on the door in the red zone. Take, quickly fire out, and he's got a man. Is it complete? Yes. Touchdown, Ricebirds on the reception, number 4, Jamarion Horde in the corner of the end zone.
Boy, what a throw and catch that time. Just a fade route there, one-on-one, and Horde goes up over the back of the Leopard defender and pulls it down and gets a foot inbounds in the corner, and the Ricebirds have their second touchdown here in the first quarter.
The defender had it shielded from our view there, so we kind of waited for the official, and the official threw him up. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Dawson McKelvey on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Keaton Byers, and the snap of – and the extra point is good. Bo Barnes is the snapper for the Ricebirds with 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Malvern Leopards 14-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Prairie Implement Company introduces Spartan Mowers, the strongest lineup in the mowing industry. With the SRT, RT, RZ, and KG series, they have the perfect mower to fit any yard, any size, anytime. From compact to commercial, 42 to 72-inch deck sizes with power all the way to 38.5 horses. You just won't find a better mower anywhere, period. Spartan Mowers are assembled in the USA, forged with a 7-gauge steel to bring you the strongest lineup in America. Check out the new Spartan Mowers at Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart. Get yours today.
And we welcome you back to Leopard Stadium in Malvern with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Malvern Leopards by a score of 14-0. You're listening to Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart, 2 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wing for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds so far have had the Malvern Leopards covered. They have had 1 possession. The Ricebirds forced to punt there. Ricebirds have had it twice and found the end zone both times. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick. It's going all the way back to the 13-yard line where it's going to be returned, back across the 20, 25, and out about the 30-yard line, and that's going to do it for the Malvern Leopards, and that's where they'll have it for their second possession of the night, trailing 14-0 with 4:13 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Ricebird offense picking up where they left off last week at CAC. They are putting points on the board in a hurry here tonight, and well, that is great to see.
Yeah, absolutely, no question about that. This is one of those games I just kind of had butterflies all week long. You know, everybody asking you, what do you think? What do you think? And I knew Malvern, outstanding team a year ago, and most everybody back. The only
on
question,
the road.
Yeah, it just. But the Ricebirds have not been intimidated, and they have come out and played well so far. Here comes the Ricebird defense digging in. Malvern Leopards to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is number 12, Kyler Wright. He's got a back standing to his right. That's Clegg. He fires out, got a man complete at 35 across the 40, and there's a first down for the Malvern Leopards on the reception, number 21, David Hutchins.
That's going to be Wright's first pass of the night, complete to number 21. Yeah, it's going to pick up 14 yards there and the first down.
Out to the 44-yard line. Malvern moving from the left to the right here in the first quarter, dressed in all orange jerseys and pants, black helmets, black trim. Ricebirds in all white with maroon trim. Handoff Clegg now into the line. Now he rolls to the outside. Ricebirds stay with him and bring him down at the 45-yard line. It's going to be a short gain of about a yard, maybe not even a full yard. 2nd down 9 coming up for the Leopards from their own 45-yard line.
And Dagan Duncan in on that tackle, but boy, Ladarian Smith turned Clegg back outside there as Clegg was trying to go up the middle. But Smith was right there to force him back outside, right into the arms of Duncan.
You see a lot of those good running backs, Brent, with that little spin move at the line as they kind of break out of tackles, and Clegg does that as well. But the Ricebirds right there with him. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass, dumps it across the middle. Got his man complete, coming to the near sideline, and going to be hammered out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Close to a late hit there by the Ricebirds.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. I don't think it was quite out of bounds yet. Yeah, his momentum was stopped.
Yeah.
But, they tried to set up a screen pass to Clegg there, but, boy, the Ricebirds.
All over it, Brent.
Yeah, they were. They recovered very well there in the short game for Clegg.
That was Brylan Hogan putting a nail in the coffin on them that time. Here come the Malvern Leopards. Big 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Ricebird defense. Oh, and the Ricebirds are going to jump off sides.
The old hard count.
Unless
there.
they were drawn. Let's see. It is going to be offsides against the Ricebirds. So instead of 3rd and 8, it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Birds. That's one of those mistakes you just really hate to make, is that's going to move the ball.
Yeah, especially on the 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah, that's going to move the ball now. 3rd down and 3 from the Ricebird 49-yard line. Now here come the Leopards to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the near hash mark. Hands off Clegg in the line. He's going to find enough room to get a 1st down as he moves it inside the Ricebird 45-yard line to the 44. And getting up off the top of him at that point is number 50 for the Ricebirds, Trey Phillips.
Yeah, a lot more options there for Malvern on the 3rd and 3 as opposed to 3rd and 8.
Oh, you're exactly right.
Yeah, five yards for Clegg on 3rd and 3, and the Leopards are in Ricebird territory.
2:27 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart leads Malvern 14-0. This is Malvern's 2nd possession of the night and their first group of 1st downs as well. Quarterback quickly takes and fires out, and off the intended receiver's hands. Looks to me like he was trying to turn upfield because it was a well-thrown pass, and it falls incomplete. 2nd down 10 coming up now for the Leopards.
Yeah, he was either trying to turn upfield or he saw Brylan Hogan bearing down on him as well that time.
That's true.
And just couldn't come away with it.
Here come the Malvern Leopards to the line of scrimmage. Got a little pistol formation. The quarterback, Kyler Wright. Right behind him is Taven Clegg. Clegg gets it, and he's going to be brought down. Ricebird's right on top of him tonight. I tell you what, well coached.
Yeah, they have strung that play out well, and the Clegg kind of tried to cut it back up inside, but there was no place for him to go. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Once again, Trey Phillips clogging a hole in there in that line, bringing him down for the Ricebirds. 3rd down now and 10. Ball just inside the Ricebird 45-yard line. Big, tall quarterback for the Malvern Leopards, number 12, Kyler Wright. Calling the signals. He takes a snap. He's getting some pressure, and the Ricebirds going to bring him down. There's finally a sack. I tell you what, you hit him high, you hit him low. You got to hit him in both places because he's a tall drink of water.
You do. Ethan Boyd was the first one there that time, and he kind of spun out of that tackle, but then 2 or 3 more Ricebirds were there to wrap him up, and it's going to be a 3-yard loss to bring up a punting situation for the Leopards.
Bo Barnes in there as well for the Ricebirds. And I like that little bit of frustration that I'm seeing from their quarterback. He comes out and he just slams his towel down on his leg because Ricebirds are kind of getting to him.
Yep, yeah, they are. It's like a half-cock on again to punt.
Back deep for Stuttgart would be Keaton Byers. He's standing back at about his own 15. Ricebirds get some pretty good pressure on the quarterback, and they're going to kick it away from him.
Not a real good punt either.
No, he's going to get a little bit of a Malvern roll, though, down to the 21-yard line, and that's where the Ricebirds will have it now for their 3rd possession of the night with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Stuttgart leads Malvern 14-0. 2-0. Is it just me, Brent, or does it seem a little dark? The lights don't seem to be quite as bright as I would have thought they would have been, particularly on that far side.
Yeah, when just looking at the lights, it looks like they are all aimed straight down, aren't they?
But that's that new style light.
Yeah,
We saw that at Shiloh Christian, and it's those lights I think they can turn off and on immediately, like you can do a switch in your room.
But you're right, though. It does seem dark down there in that corner. But just two light poles on the far side there.
1st and 10 for the Ricebirds. Kane Price takes a snap. Now looking, he's going to fire and throw this one out of bounds in the general direction of Hayden Prine over there. 2nd down 10 coming up. Again, a lot of pressure on Price pushing him out of that pocket, Brent.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get rid of it quick there, and he didn't have his receiver open, and then the pressure kind of blew up the rest of the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down 10. Ricebirds are substituting in here, I believe. That might be Keaton. I think it's Keaton Byers coming in, number 5, yes.
28 seconds to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 14-0 lead. Here come the Ricebirds. 4 wide outs to the left. And timeout, Stuttgart. Coach Price got to get them straightened out, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
No matter where you are from, a big city, a small town, or somewhere in between, you'll find your place at the University of Arkansas. With a vibrant campus community, including the full Razorback and SEC experience, an unbeatable mix of academic excellence and outdoor fun, the U of A is the place to be. Learn from our world-class faculty, benefit from our record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and access resources to launch your future career. The University of Arkansas, your path starts here.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment, and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
And we welcome you back to Leopard Stadium in Malvern, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Malvern Leopards 14-0 coming out of a timeout. Ricebirds, Kane Price hits QT Johnson for a little short screen pass right over the middle. Malvern had it defended very well. Actually going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up now 3rd down and 11, and that is going to be the final play of the first quarter. We've got 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a good one for the Ricebirds so far. They lead the Malvern Leopards 14-0 in non-conference action. We're back with second quarter action coming your way in 1 minute.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license, enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Rice Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird Football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Be sure and check out the inventories online, petrusgm.com and petrusautosales.com. You'll see all the inventory, the lowest price, and all the options on the vehicles. Kane Price takes a snap, and he's going to be coming to his near side on the first play here of the second quarter. Kane takes a little shot and then maybe puts a little bit of additional acting into it.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Doesn't get the call on the near sideline, and the Ricebirds, for the first time tonight, are going to be looking at a punting situation, 4th down and 6 from their own 25-yard line.
The gain of about 5 at that time for Kane, but
just a series of downs there, Brent, where they just kind of seem to be a little
off,
miscombobulated there, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Hayden Prine is in to punt. He'll be standing back at his own 11-yard line, awaiting the snap.
2 Leopards back deep from Malvern.
They're standing back at their 36-yard line. Good snap back to Hayden, puts his foot into a nice spiral, and it kicks away from him. It's going to hit at the 49-yard line, then takes a good Malvern bounce back over into Ricebird territory, and the Birds are going to down it at the 45-yard line. So Malvern's going to have a short field here with 11:42 to go in the first half to work with. Ricebirds lead 14-0. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're sure glad to have you join us tonight for Ricebird football. It's the final non-conference game of the regular season. Ricebirds will have next weekend off, so keep that in mind. That will be their open date next week. But certainly want you to get out and enjoy some Ricebird Junior football. We'll talk about them here as the night goes on as well. Here comes the Malvern Leopards from the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left here. Going to take handoff, Tavian Clegg into the line, and Ricebirds do a pretty good job of wrapping him up. He's going to twist and fall forward out to about the 40-yard line. So let's see where they're going to set it down at the 41-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down 6 coming up for those orange-clad Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, 6 carries, 19 yards for Clegg so far tonight.
Wide side of the field is to the left, and he sends 2 wide outs. He sends 1 to the right. He's got 2 backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of the quarterback. Takes, hands off, Clegg. Clegg starts left, cuts back right, and he's in the clear. And the Ricebirds are finally going to chase him out of bounds on the far sideline inside the Ricebird 25-yard line at about the 23, and that's going to be a first down for the Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, he picks up 18 on that play there. Ethan Boyd that time blitzed from the far side, and then Clegg cut back right where Boyd would have been, and there was a lot of green turf out there in front of him, and he picks up a first down.
Once again, Malvern's going to stay with 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field, and they've got backs on each side of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to hand to Clegg coming to the near side, and he's going to be wrapped up by the Ricebirds, number 23, Tristan Robinson.
He did. He did bear hugs him out there and wrapped him up. It's going to be a gain of about 5. We'll give him on first down. So the Leopards, with their deepest penetration of the night by far so far, they are just inside the Ricebird 20, 2nd down, and about a long 5 here.
And Tavian Clegg checks out for the Malvern Leopards.
He needs a breather, I guess.
I guess so. Ball's in the center of the field. 2nd down 6 coming up for the Leopards. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback's a head and a half taller than he is. Handoff, number 20. No, excuse me. The quarterback's going to keep it. A nice fake to number 23. That was KD Shields. And the quarterback keeps it, and he gets the ball inside the Ricebird 15-yard line at the 14. Going to be about a yard short, maybe even not quite a full yard short of a first down. The quarterback, number 12, Kyler Wright. Once again, is going to be flanked by running backs on each side. Ball's towards the center of the field.
Elijah Hinton in there, boy, he's not very big at all.
Take handoff to the back on the right side, and he runs into Bo Barnes, and that's as far as he's going to go.
Let's see. Not much there. He did not get the first down.
He did not. He did not. Nice job. Bo Barnes knew exactly where he needed to be, and he didn't let him get any further.
Yeah. Obviously, 4-down territory here.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not going to try a field goal. I don't think they have a
maybe a little tush push.
Anyway.
No, we're going in shotgun formation.
Okay.
There you go. They need about 3 inches, so they're going to snap it back 5 yards.
Ooh, thought they might
take hands off to number 3, and there is a penalty marker down. Penalty marker down over here. I don't know if the Ricebirds were offsides.
Yeah, that could be.
We'll see.
Handoff was to number 32. I thought maybe the Leopards jump on the right side, but that's not where the flag was.
And let's see. The official has picked up the flag and
sideline warning. Sideline warning. So the play is going to count.
And that'll be down to the 4-yard line. First down goal to go for the Malvern Leopards with 9:07 to go in the first half. Stuttgart with a 14-0 lead. Malvern knocking at the door in the Ricebird red zone. Tavian Clegg checks back in, replacing number 23, KD Shields. Here come the Leopards from the center of the field, moving from the right to the left. They're headed east here at Leopard Stadium in Malvern. Quarterback takes, hands off to Clegg, and the Ricebirds hit him in the backfield, can't bring him down. Boy, what a nice job. That's about as good a run as you're going to see right there, to break a tackle, drag a Ricebird with him,
Absolutely.
Gets that ball in the end zone, and that's why you can tell how special Tavian Clegg is for the Malvern Leopards.
Absolutely, Lynn. He was hit in the backfield.
Should have been a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Should have been a loss of about 3 or 4 yards, but he shook free and then found his way through the Ricebird defense for a 4-yard touchdown run. Fantastic run there for Clegg, and he gets the Leopards on the board there. Cervantes on for the PAT.
Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it looks good, and it is. And the Malvern Leopards have cut the Ricebird lead in half. Stuttgart leads 14-7. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we're back in 30 seconds.
It's a great day for football. Two rivals battling it out for a record-breaking crowd.
They're saying it's $1.5 billion.
Huh?
Wait, that's how much the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised for students since 2009. Because every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps students. They've given more than 822,000 scholarships and counting.
Okay, back to football. Two rivals.
This is winning, folks. Playing the lottery is a win for students and maybe you too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Petrus Auto Group, actually 3 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet and GMC, out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And don't forget about the Japco dealership located on 13th and Park Avenue. Great place to go if you need a trailer or possibly want to update your deer feeder or maybe a deer stand. They've got several different kinds to look at, and of course a great selection of trailers as well. 3 locations, Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart. They got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Malvern is going to kick off to the Ricebirds. Moving up, putting his foot into it, and it's going to be a line drive. It's going to be taken at the 9-yard line, back across the 15 and across the 20. Got a little room, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield, 40, 30, 20, and out of bounds at the 15 or inside the 15-yard line.
The 15. That was Taekwon Hall, Lynn, and you know when he caught it, I was thinking he probably should let that go out of bounds.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
But boy, he caught it on the near side, right here at the 10-yard line, and took it all the way across the field and down the sidelines, and almost took it to the house. He's at the 14, and boy, what a fantastic return!
Oh, absolutely, and that was a bullet kick as well. I mean, it was a bullet kick.
Yeah, nice catch.
No question about that. Hall's got the Ricebirds set up in the Malvern red zone. First down and 10 for the Birds from just inside Malvern's 15-yard line.
Ricebirds are running Bo Barnes out there late.
He's going to line up on the end position on the left side. Take, handoff into the line. Running room for the Ricebirds into the end zone. Touchdown, number 11, Jeremiah Thomas.
Boy, Jeremiah Thomas, there was a huge hole there on the left side, right where Bo Barnes came in. Boy, they opened up the gates for him, and Jeremiah Thomas walked into the end zone, and boy, the Ricebirds answered quickly there with a fantastic kickoff and then a 14-yard touchdown run by Thomas, and they put their lead back at 2 touchdowns here, 20-7 right now, with Dawson McKelvey on to attempt the PAT.
Keaton Byers is your holder. Bo Barnes is the snapper on special teams. Left foot, soccer-style kicker. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds have regained their 14-point lead. They lead the Malvern Leopards 21-7. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynn, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football. It's powered by Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart. Hey, and out at Petrus Auto Sales across from Max Prairie Wings, it's the model year-end clearance sale on 25 model Ram pickups. Great selection. You're going to find huge rebates. You're going to find low-interest financing. It's going to be the best deals of the year by far on a new Ram pickup. And again, they won't be beat on price. That's Petrus out across from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Dawson McKelvey tees it up, puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 14, back across the 20, and those bright orange shoes across the 30 and out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, which has been pretty close to where the Malvern Leopards have started most of their drives on the night, Brian.
Yeah, they have, but both teams took advantage of great field position on their last drive. Malvern started inside the Ricebirds 50, and took it in to cut it to 14-7, and then the Ricebirds get a great kickoff return and take it in one play later from the 14-yard line to put their lead back at 2 touchdowns at 21-7. So let's see if that Ricebird defense can come up with a stop here.
One thing I'll note on the number 21 for the Malvern Leopards, for those of you that might be watching on our live stream, he is wearing one of those protective covers over the helmet that you see more and more now as they're going for a little extra protection. They send him in motion and hand off and then throw a little screen pass out to him in the flats, and it goes over his head, incomplete. And out there defending for the Ricebirds is number 6, Jawan Terry. Out there, of course, also is number 19, Brylan Hogan.
And Bo Barnes that time got a hand up in there, and I think the quarterback kind of had to throw it over his hand, and it got over the head of number 21 as well.
Second down 10 coming up for the Malvern Leopards. Line of scrimmage is the 34-yard line on Malvern's side of the ball. Their quarterback, Kyler Wright, number 12. Takes, hands off, coming to the near side, sidestepping one defender, now sidestepping another, but going nice open field tackle there by the Ricebirds, Keaton Byers.
Oh, yeah, Keaton Byers one-on-one out there on the shifty little number 32. He's not going to pick up much at all.
Elijah Hinton on the carry.
Yeah, boy, he's not very big, but, boy, very, very quick and shifty. But, boy, Byers got him one-on-one. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, and that is it.
Ball's on the near hash mark, moving from the right to the left. That is from the west to the east here at Leopard Stadium in Malvern. Quarterback, shotgun formation, single back, standing to his left. Takes the snap, back to pass, going to throw it long, and Keaton Byers is out there with him. And actually, Keaton probably had a better angle on it than the intended receiver did.
Yeah, everybody up close that time for the Ricebirds, and they came with the corner blitz. So Wright just tried to go with the one-on-one matchup there and just overthrew the receiver, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 9. So that defense for the Ricebirds gets off the field here, 3 and out.
Absolutely. Number 33, Jarrett Hathcock is the punter. He's going to be standing back at about his own 23-yard line on the near hash mark. Ricebirds are going to send Q.T. Johnson back deep, and he's going to be standing at his own 30. Good snap to the punter, and it's going to be blocked by the Ricebirds. Picked up and down at the 33-yard line, number 58 for the Ricebirds. Orrin Mack covers it, and I don't think the coaches next door to us are too happy.
No, Lynn, I don't think so. I think they wanted Orrin to pick that up and run with it and see how far he could get it. Now, he's probably coached. He's a lineman, so, just to take it and fall on it, but he had some yards in front of him there.
He did. We're right next door to the booth coaches, and fortunately they're sealed off from us here, but we could tell.
And I think that was Barry on the block, I believe.
Yes, I think you're right. Cordero.
Barry, yeah.
And the Birds have been close on the last couple of punts too, as well.
Yeah.
Here come the Birds. 1st down and 10. Kane Price got a man. Wide left. He's going to throw it to QT Johnson in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Ricebirds! Oh, my.
Well, Lynn, it was a one-on-one coverage there.
Take that every time.
Absolutely, absolutely. There was not a safety over there, and if I could see that, Kane saw that. And, boy, he laid it out there perfect for QT Johnson. He had about 2 steps on the Malvern D-back, and that's about as easy as you're going to get right there.
Oh, my goodness.
About 30 yards on that touchdown. And the Ricebirds are putting the points up tonight so far. That's their 4th touchdown here. We still got 7 minutes left in the first half. Dawson McKelvey on for his 4th PAT. It's up, and it looks good, and it is.
Your left foot soccer-style kicker drills it through for the Ricebirds, and they extend their lead 28-7 with 7:07 to go here in the first half. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. And I tell you what, I believe that Petrus has got all the engines running here tonight as the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Malvern Leopards 28-7 here with 7:07 still to go in the first half. Dawson McKelvey's got it teed up for the Ricebirds and waiting on the official signal. There it is. Moves up, puts his foot into it. A beautiful end-over-end kick right down central, and it's going to go past all of the Leopards into the end zone, and it'll come back as a touchback, and that's where the Malvern Leopards will have it 1st down and 10.
Yeah, there you go. No return right there, so no tackle needed of the speedy Leopard back. So, yeah, the Ricebird defense went 3 and out last time, so let's see if they can do it here again. You know, the Leopards haven't shown too much of a passing game that time, and on 3rd and long that time, well, the Ricebirds had everybody right up there on the line and, blitz from the corner thinking, hey, we can cover these receivers one-on-one, and, we did. So, fantastic game plan so far by the Ricebird defense, and the offense just continues to roll here so far.
Here come the Malvern Leopards from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Ball is squarely in the center of the field at the 20-yard line on the Malvern end of the field. Malvern moving from the right to the left, which is from the west to the east here at Leopard Stadium. Field turf field, beautiful green field turf field with orange trim. Quarterback takes, he rolls one way and then fires out. It's got a man. Is it complete? Yes, he hauls it in just across the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 11, so that's going to be a 1st down for the Malvern Leopards.
That was number 21. David Hutchins on the catch, just doing a good job of staying alive out there, and Wright found him for 11 yards and a 1st down. 7 minutes even here to go in the first half.
Here come the Leopards from the near hash mark. Quarterback takes, hands off, straight into the line. Sidesteps one man, sidesteps another, gets out across the 40-yard line, close to another 1st down. Tavian Clegg for the Malvern Leopards.
And right up the middle there, avoided a couple of Ricebirds, and he's going to have another 1st down. Going to have about 10.
They moved the ball back about a foot, and not sure it would have been a 1st down at that spot, but anyway, it is 1st down and 10, just across the 40-yard line for the Malvern Leopards on their own side of the field. Malvern dressed in orange, moving from the right to the left. Again, beautiful field turf field here, with a big orange M in the middle with Leopards spelled out here in Malvern. Quarterback, and there's a penalty marker before the snap.
It's going to be a delay of game. It looks like the play clock was down to 0.
And let's see, it is going to be the case, and that'll back them up 5, so it's going to be 1st down and 15 now for the Malvern Leopards.
Well, Lynn, there with the Ricebird offense, scoring on their last two offensive plays, you don't give your defense a lot of rest out there. But hey,
exactly.
But hey, I mean, we don't, I mean, we'll deal with that. But
and they're playing with some intensity though too, Brent. And you can see the opposite on the other side. Now again, that's one of the things I like about high school sports is one player can get the whole team on his back and turn things around. So the Ricebirds defense is still going to have to dig in, still going to have to play hard. Got two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to air this one out long. He's got a man, and it is complete at the 30-yard line. On the reception is going to be number 21, David Hutchins. Nice catch over the shoulder, and I tell you what, he came down, I think, on the ball, and he is in some pain here on the near sideline.
Yep. Yeah, he found an opening right down that seam there, and before the Ricebirds could get over there to him, put it right on the numbers there.
Decent coverage, too.
Yeah.
Decent coverage.
Big play.
Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position at the 29-yard line of the Ricebirds. Here come the Malvern Leopards. Quarterback takes, hands off over the right side, dancing around through the line, going to have a first down. Going to be across the 25 down to the 23, going to be short of a first down. It's going to bring up now second down and about 4.
Yeah, it's going to have about 6. That's 11 carries now for 61 yards for Clegg in the first half.
Second down 4 coming up from the near hash mark for the Malvern Leopards. 5:22 to go. Clock moving here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 28-7 lead. Malvern knocking at the door. Hand off to number 5 over the right side. A little bit of running room. He's going to have a first down. Moving inside the 20, inside the Ricebird red zone, down to the 15-yard line.
7 yards that time for Devon Juniel. And another Malvern first down. And they are moving it down the field pretty quick here on this drive. 5:08 left in the first half.
Ball's squarely in the center of the field. Malvern Leopards come to the line of scrimmage with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. The quarterback, Kyler Wright, has backs standing on each side. Snap was a little wild there for the quarterback.
It was. I think he turned around the wrong way, but it's going to be a false start on Malvern, so that's going to back them up.
It's going to back them up just outside the 20-yard line, or right at the 20-yard line, I believe is where they're going to set it down.
And this offense for Malvern, I don't think it's one that operates well from behind the sticks, from what I've seen here. So that may hurt him a little bit there.
Big, tall quarterback Kyler Wright. He's got Tavian Clegg, outstanding running back.
She said he's listed at 6'1", but he looks a lot taller.
He does look a lot taller than that. Goodness. Got a slot on the left, wideouts on each side. Takes, hands off to Clegg. Clegg into the line. Boy, does a nice job picking these blocks, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Malvern.
Yeah, picked his block there and broke a few arm tackles. And the track meet that I talked about in the pregame may be beginning, but luckily for the Ricebirds, they have a lead here.
On to attempt the extra point.
It's going to be 20 yards for Clegg for the touchdown. Cervantes on for the extra point. Good snap. And
did it make it?
I think it's wide. Flag on the play. Flag
Boy,
here.
It looked like a wounded duck trying to get over that crossbar.
On the near side. I think it had the distance. I think it was wide right, but there's a flag. Looked like it was on the Ricebird, so they're going to move it up
to the 1.5, I guess.
Yep. And Malvern looks like they are still going to kick it. I don't think the holder moved up any, though. So maybe we'll get a low snap this time.
Alan Cervantes is the kicker, right foot soccer-style kicker. Got plenty of leg into that one, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead, again, has been cut. The Ricebirds lead 28-14 over the Malvern Leopards. We've got more Stuttgart Ricebird football coming your way on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we are back in 30 seconds.
We're able to bring you Stuttgart Ricebird football every Friday night thanks to our great sponsors like Arkansas Senator Ronald Caldwell. Senator Caldwell is a strong supporter of high school athletics and believes in its power to develop our young men and women. Senator Caldwell proudly serves District 10, which includes Arkansas, Jackson, Cross, St. Francis, Lee, Monroe, Woodruff, Prairie, Poinsett, and Lonoke counties. Senator Ronald Caldwell, proud sponsor of Stuttgart Ricebird football.
And we welcome you back to Leopard Stadium in Malvern. Set the case for you here. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead 28-14 with 4:25 to go in the first half. Malvern has just scored and are set to kick it off. You're listening to Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Here's a kick's going to be taken by Byers. It looks like a little face mask there that didn't get called.
Yeah.
And he's going to return it back to the 35-yard line. Decent field position for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Again, Keaton Byers on the return for the Birds.
Yeah, four touchdowns in the first half here for the Ricebirds, but they are definitely going to have to keep the foot on the gas here and pick up the Leopards.
Well, they got that quick strike capability with Clegg back there.
Yeah,
I mean, you just have the feeling, Brent, he can just score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, well, you know, as we saw on that last play there, he broke 2 or 3 arm tackles.
Yeah.
And found his way into the end zone.
Here come the Ricebirds directly in front of Brent and I's broadcast position here. 35-yard line near hash mark, moving left to the right. Sends Jackson in motion. Handoff into the line. Good hard run. Still running hard. Close to 10 yards for number 11 for the Ricebirds, Jeremiah Thomas.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to have 9.5 there on first down. So a nice run on first down for Thomas. Took some licks, but kept his legs going.
Second down and 1. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line. Going to send Jackson in motion out of the backfield. Coming to the near side's Thomas, and not going to be much there. Hit a couple of times, and he's going to go out at the 45, so he's going to be right at the sticks.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to have a first down.
I think he's got it.
Yes, they're going to signal first down, so didn't need much and didn't get much, but Ricebirds are going to move the sticks, retain possession. 3:36 to go here in the first half. Stuttgart with a 28-14 lead.
And this is the Ricebirds take this clock all the way down here to halftime and put some points on the board.
Absolutely. Kane Price is your quarterback. Shotgun formation. Pitches back. 42's got it. He turns the corner, and he's going to be out near midfield. Nice gain there on Taekwon Hall as they kind of strung him out.
They did.
But he still got a little bit of the corner on the far side, turned it upfield. They say 4 yards, going to be pushed out to 49.
At 3:10 to go here in the clock running.
Second down, 6 coming up. From the far hash mark, Price now stands up, looks to the sideline. Going to move Hall from the right side to the left. He's got 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 1 wide out to the left, outside the numbers. Takes a snap, hands off. Hall dancing around, looking for a little seam, and he's going to run into big number 62, Elijah Jones for the Malvern Leopards, and boy, couldn't get much past him.
Yeah, he's going to have about 4 on second down as well.
Third down and 2 coming up now for the Ricebirds. Want to move the sticks right here. Clock moving, 2:25 to go in the first half. Ricebirds with a 28-14 lead on the Malvern Leopards. Non-conference action. Third non-conference game of the year for both of these two teams. Here come the Birds. Hand off over the left side, and boy, it's going to be a push to get to that first down mark. I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he got a pretty good spot there. I think he's got it.
Yep, first down for the Ricebirds, and that'll move the sticks with just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Right. I think the Ricebirds are doing exactly what they want to do here, picking up some first downs and keeping that clock rolling. They don't want Malvern to get their hands on the ball here again in the first half.
Absolutely. Birds are going to send 2 wide outs to the right. It's going to be Jeremiah Jackson, QT Johnson. Kane Price takes a snap, fakes, back to pass, going to air it out long. Got QT just over his outstretched hands at about the goal line. Incomplete. Second down, 10 coming up.
He did, Lynn, but boy, I'll tell you what, he had Caden Sims running right down the middle of the field one-on-one, and he had a couple steps on his defender there. And Kane chose to go to QT, who was open as well, but just couldn't connect with him.
Caden Sims, Offensive Player of the Week from a week ago. Here come the Birds from the far hash mark. 2 wideouts to the right. Handoff into the line and dancing around, trying to break a tackle, kind of twisting, turning inside the 40-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. Going to bring up now 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, nice little spin move that time by Hall. He kind of spun away from number 15, Salling, and kind of backed his way down for a 5-yard gain.
Birds need a 1st down right here with 1:13 clock moving in the first half. Don't want to have to give it back to Malvern, and certainly would love to get some points here before the half. Price takes a snap. Fires out. It's got his man, Hayden Prime, completed at the 30. Coming to the near side. Inside the 30, down to the 27. Hayden clutch. Prime on the reception.
Yeah, Hayden Prime for the big 1st down for the Rice Birds. All the way down to the 27-yard line.
Here come the Birds quickly back to the line. Clock rolls under a minute to go here in the first half. Stuttgart with a 28-14 lead. Would love to add. Lined up to the left of the quarterback is Jeremiah Thomas, number 11. Take handoff to him over the right side. A little bit of running room. Gets a seam. Still on his feet. Still digging down to the 20. Oh, he just keeps those legs churning. He's a handful to bring down.
Oh, a hard run that time. It looked like the Leopards almost stopped and thought that he was down, but he kept going.
Clock at 29, 28, 27. Here come the Birds. They've still got 2 timeouts. Price faking back to the corner. Throwing in, he's got his man, guess who? QT Johnson, touchdown Rice Birds.
20 yards, QT Johnson, Lynn, and boy, he could have thrown it to Jeremiah Jackson as well. He was wide open that time, so the Birds just opened all over the field on that Malvern defense. And, boy, Lynn, they could not have ran that series any better. Picked up some 1st downs, ran the clock all the way down to 17 seconds, and picked up a touchdown. QT's 3rd touchdown of the night.
Boy, he makes it look easy, doesn't he, Brent?
Absolutely.
Dawson McKelvey makes it look easy as well. Left foot soccer-style kicker, puts his foot into it. Oh, I'm telling you what, that thing is good. It'd been good from 40 yards out. PAT is good. That makes the score. The Stuttgart Rice Birds 35, the Malvern Leopards 14, with 17 seconds set to go here in the first half. We're back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives. Unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Welcome back to Leopard Stadium for Stuttgart Rice Bird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Petrus, 2 locations. They got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Dawson McKelvey's got it set to kick with 17 seconds to go here in the first half. He just drills it down central. It's going to be taken at about the 19, fumbled and then picked back up, and the Rice Birds are going to bring the return man down as he crosses the 25 out to about the 27-yard line on the far side, and that's where Malvern will have it with 11 seconds to go here in the first half, and Stuttgart with a 35-14 lead over the Malvern Leopards.
And good coverage by the Birds special teams. Brylan Hogan down there, one of several Rice Birds in on the tackle there. And, 35-14 lead. Malvern gets the ball coming out here in the third quarter, so you absolutely can't give up anything big here. 11 seconds left, 3 timeouts for Malvern, but you got to keep them in front of you here and get them on the ground.
Absolutely. They got time, maybe, I guess, for a couple of plays, and that would be it.
Yep.
Big, tall quarterback for the Malvern Leopards, number 12, Kyler Wright. He's a senior, plays defensive end as well. He takes a snap. He's going to fire it out in the flats. He's got his man complete at the 30-yard line, and Rice Birds spin him around. Can't get him on the ground, but he's going to get out all the way across the 45-yard line. On that reception is number 8, Jabori Jacobs. And with 2 seconds on the clock, it's going to be Hail Mary time or possibly hook and ladder or any kind of trick book any kind of trick that Coach Fogelman has in his book is probably going to come out.
Absolutely. Here, 2 seconds left.
And no penalties here for the Rice Birds. Quarterback takes a snap, back to pass. He's got two, and one of the receivers never even turned around. That's going to bring us to the end of the first half. Intended receiver was number 8, and he was as surprised as everybody else, Jabori Jacobs. Incomplete, and the Stuttgart Rice Birds will go into the half with a 35-14 lead over the Malvern Leopards. It's been a good one tonight for the Rice Birds. I tell you, they struck early with just over a minute gone in the ball game. The Rice Birds took a lead, and they haven't let go of it yet here tonight. It's halftime. It's time for the Southern Bancorp halftime show, and want to remind all of our live stream viewers and listeners that there will not be sound tonight with the Stuttgart Rice Bird Marching Band, unfortunately, but our ace live stream team here, Chris Armstrong, Andrew Skinner, also got a little help tonight from Nathan Skinner as well, and they're going to show you the sights of the Rice Bird Marching Band, but there'll be no sound here tonight because we're in a sealed press box. Again, it's a Southern Bancorp halftime show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have halftime stats. We'll take a look at the scoring summary, and we'll try to get you some other scores from around the 8-4A conference and other conferences of interest here tonight. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're sure glad to have you join us, and we're back with the Southern Bancorp halftime show in 6 minutes.
Since our founding in 1945, Farmers and Merchants Bank has held strong to our commitment to innovation, community investment, and personalized service. Over the past 80 years, we have worked alongside Arkansas entrepreneurs to help our neighbors start, grow, and streamline their businesses with hometown lending experts and the latest in modern financial solutions. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner in our community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that Henderson State University offers a nurturing classroom environment with caring faculty who will invest in your career success? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come check us out. Visit hsu.edu/getready for additional information. Did you know that Henderson State University offers the only aviation degree in Arkansas? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come fly with us. Visit hsu.edu/aviation for additional information.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At the University of Arkansas, we're preparing students for the future. With an unbeatable mix of academic excellence, affordable tuition, record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and a proven track record for success after graduation, the Razorback experience delivers value and opportunity at every turn for them and for the communities across our state that they will impact. We're dedicated to Arkansas and improving the lives of Arkansans. That's been our mission since 1871.
Time for an oil change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube, they have GM Dexos certified oil, along with quality Pennzoil, and they can change your air filter and windshield wipers, and even replace your rundown battery with an interstate battery. You don't need an appointment. Just drive in. For quality service, for quality people, see Harry's Rapid Lube at 2208 South Timber in Stuttgart, or phone 672-7200. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
More students are turning to UA Little Rock because we're leading the way in making college affordable for all Arkansans. With the Pell Grant, the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarship, and our half-off scholarship, you can get a college degree without debt. Don't qualify for Pell? No problem. We have options to help you affordably earn a 4-year degree. With scholarships and campus jobs, we're removing barriers for all. That's the Trojan Guarantee. Expect more with UA Little Rock.
Are you tired of leaking on yourself? Tired of those embarrassing moments? Do you have chronic sciatica? Low back pain? Are you experiencing painful intercourse? Hemorrhoids? Maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Would you like to improve your balance? And oh, the incontinence. Did you know that all of that can be resolved in as little as 3 weeks? That's right, only 28 minutes twice a week for 3 weeks. Most people notice a difference after their second session. The Emcella by BTL is so easy to use. You stay fully clothed. It's totally non-invasive. And there is 95% patient satisfaction. This is a breakthrough for incontinence and ED. And we here at the Katie Shack have made all of this relief possible for you. So why put up with those symptoms, especially now that you know that there is a cure? We have special financing available, and we have amazing affordable packaging deals. This is FDA approved and proven. Please call us at 870-873-4300 and let us help you on this journey to a better, healthier way of life.
And we welcome you to the Southern Bancorp halftime show here tonight from Leopards Stadium in Malvern, site of tonight's final non-conference game of the season for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. And they've gotten off to a great start. They lead the Malvern Leopards 35-14 here at the half. Those of you on the live stream are right now enjoying watching the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. Unfortunately, we can't get the sound to you tonight. We are in an enclosed press box, but I can tell you, the amenities in the press box make up for that window not opening.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you on that.
You bet. But we'd love for everybody to be able to hear your Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. And, of course, the last couple of weeks you've been able to do that. And we'll be able to do that again in a couple of weeks. It'll be homecoming week after next. And, of course, remember, Ricebird fans, there will be no Ricebird senior high football game next week. That'll be the open date that the Ricebirds will take advantage of. And hopefully come out of tonight's game without any injuries or concerns there, and have an opportunity to kind of get regrouped and ready for conference play that'll begin in 2 weeks. And you always kind of wonder about the distraction of homecoming, Brent, and that'll be the case in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you do. And I don't mind. I know the coaches love the open days, and the players need the open days and all that. But, boy, I tell you what, for you and I, we just get going here the first 3 games, and then we're off for a week.
Yeah,
it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned homecoming, coming up, but hopefully, with what happened last year at Helena, he can keep the team's attention focused on Helena.
Yeah, well, no question about that. And again, what a fluky deal a year ago.
Yes.
And I don't want to downplay that because that was a tragic situation for so many people across the country. Maybe not so much in Arkansas, but a little bit further east over into Tennessee and the Carolinas. It was a tragic event where that hurricane came up and just sat there and rained and created a flooding situation and a loss of life and so forth. And in Arkansas, we just were kind of on the edge of that, and we had a tremendous amount of rain. Of course, Helena had a whole lot more rain than Stuttgart did, and it just so happened that's where we had to play last
one
year.
One of the few games that is on grass too.
Exactly.
Bad luck there.
Yeah, and this year, Ricebirds have already played their only game that's going to be on grass, and that was last Friday night at CAC.
Great field there at CAC. They've done some renovations around the stadium, including the field. Yeah, and the field was just in great shape last week.
Hey, I want to mention something I don't get an opportunity to mention, but since we weren't able to have the sound for the band, and I want to take an opportunity and mention some of the Ricebird Booster Club Platinum sponsors. Now, the Ricebird Booster Club does so much for everything to do with the Ricebirds athletically, and that includes cheer as well. When there's some needs, I can promise you the Booster Club is going to get out there and make it happen. One of their big fundraisers, of course, will be coming up 2 weeks from tonight as well with that great homecoming fish fry that's such an annual event.
Yep.
I always think of your dad, Brent, when you go through that, because it was a Yoder fish fry. And, of course, there's nothing any better than a Yoder fish fry.
Yep.
And your dad was such a big integral part of that as well for years. But the opportunity to mention some of these platinum sponsors that help support that Booster Club. I just want to take a minute and folks, listen to these names. Ayers Electric, Baptist Health Medical Center in Stuttgart, Brothers Realty, Coker-Hampton Drug Company, Durden Heat and Air, East Arkansas Broadcasters, that's who you're listening to here tonight, Farmers and Merchants Bank, First Electric, First Methodist Church, Five Oaks, Greenpoint Ag, Greenway, Hartley Flying Service, Inc., Jimmy Joe and David Leach. Goodness, what could we do in the world? What would we do without them? Keiss Industries, Lennox, Lori and Terry Dabbs, Ludwig Distributing, Pat Frizzell, State Farm Insurance, Petrus Auto Group, Pearson Company Incorporated, Prairie Implement Company, Scott Petroleum, Southern Bancorp, State Representative Jeremiah Moore does a whole lot for our area, Stratton Seed Company, Stuttgart Medical Clinic, Stuttgart Rotary Club, Stuttgart Storage Center, Stuttgart Tire Service, the new Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and Wilkerson Jewelers. Also want to mention Connection Insurance. They donate $50 for every Ricebird interception this year. Haven't had one of those yet tonight, but it's still young and may get to get in old Keith's pocket yet tonight here as well. So he donates $50 per interception. But those are the Ricebird Booster Club's platinum sponsors. And when you go out to Ned Mosley Stadium, you'll see a lot of the signs around on the fencing and so forth. And those are the companies that have stood tall and helped really enhance all Ricebird programs, whether it's the football or whether it's softball or track or anything to do with Ricebird athletics. The Ricebird Booster Club is right there, and they do such a great job. Josh Hayes, president of it, and does such a fabulous job, and appreciate all that they do, and I certainly wanted to give them some recognition as well. Let's take a look at the scoring summary from the first half, and it's a good one here for the Ricebirds. They wasted no time at the 10:59 mark of the first quarter. Kane Price hit QT Johnson 72 yards total on the pass, catch, and run, and it was all mostly QT Johnson in that speed, Brent.
Yes, it was. Just a quick little out pass there, and a great block by Jeremiah Jackson sprung QT down the sideline.
Yeah, excellent point. Dawson McKelvey come on, and the extra point, Ricebirds were up quickly, 7-0 with just a minute and 1 second gone in the ball game. And then the Ricebirds come right back on their next possession. Kane Price to Jamarion Horde for 9 yards. Dawson McKelvey's PAT was good, and bam, 4:19 to go still in the first quarter. The Ricebirds up 14-0. But now Malvern came to play as well. 8:42 mark of the second quarter. Tavian Clegg goes in from 4 yards out. Probably should have been thrown for a 4-yard loss, but he does such a great job twisting, and you see why he is such a special player with that outstanding run. And then Alan Cervantes comes in with a PAT, and just like that, Malvern had cut the Ricebird lead in half, 14-7. Moving on into the second quarter at the 8:19 mark, Now, this is just 13 seconds later.
Yeah,
this is just 13 seconds later.
Yep.
The Ricebirds get that touchdown back, Brent, and of course that was set up by that fabulous kick return.
Yeah, Taekwon Hall catches that line drive kick right here on the near side at the 10 and weaves his way all the way back to the Ricebird sideline, takes it all the way down, almost into the end zone, and gets drugged down at the 14-yard line.
And then here comes Jeremiah Thomas. He does the rest.
Yes, he does. He had a huge hole on the left side, and I don't think he was touched.
I believe, Brent, look at the angle that we have was perfect because we could see the hole from the angle toward the corner of the end zone, and no question you could have driven a truck right down through the middle of that. 7:07 mark of the second quarter. Kane Price to QT Johnson and Dawson McKelvey's PAT, and the Ricebirds were rolling 28-7. But Malvern said, "Whoop! Wait a minute, we're not done." Tavian Clegg again, another outstanding 20-yard touchdown, and with the extra point, they had sliced the Ricebird lead in half. It was now 28-14. But the Ricebirds took their last possession, of the first half. Kane Price hit QT Johnson, and the Ricebirds with Dawson McKelvey's PAT went up 35-14 with 17 seconds left to go in the first half. And then the Ricebirds hang on and stop Malvern on their last possession, just two-play drive. And the Birds lead it here at the half, 35-14. We'll take a timeout here on the Southern Bancorp Halftime Show. When we come back, Brent will have our first half stats for us, and we'll try to get you some scores from around the area, and we'll have all that and more. Stay with us. We're back in 4 minutes.
There are trucks, and then there's the truck. GMC's Tough Sierra 2500 HD Denali. GMC's top-rated crew cab truck from Smart GMC could be yours just for playing at Saracen Casino Resort. Play your favorite Saracen games this month for your chance to be driving home in a GMC Denali pickup. It's not just any truck, and Saracen Casino is not just any casino.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart powers Ricebird football every Friday night, and they can keep you rolling too with a great selection of trucks and SUVs, including Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, Jeep, and Ram. We won't be beat on price, and you can't beat our hometown service after the sale. Two great locations, including 19th and Main Street for Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You're always a winner with Ricebird football and Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart.
Life's complicated. Your checking account shouldn't be. At Simmons Bank, we keep banking simple, with you in mind. Get paid early, avoid fees, bank from anywhere. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Choose your account and open online in minutes. Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. All accounts subject to approval. Restrictions apply.
Bathing, cooking, cleaning, getting dressed. Did you know that 70% of Americans aged 65 and over can expect to need assistance with at least 2 of these activities in their lifetime? Whether you remain in your home or are admitted to an assisted living facility or a nursing home, the need for assistance is costly. Long-term care insurance helps to cover these costs. Give Holly or Keith at Connection Insurance a call at 870-673-9249 to learn more about how long-term care insurance can help protect your assets and give you peace of mind today.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Did you know that since 1907, Lane has been providing water services to cities, industries, and farmers, not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Lane provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs water wells, and installs underground pipes. Lane also has an in-house machine shop, which is prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with a complete parts department open to the public. For all your water needs, contact Lane first at 2015 South Main in Stuttgart, or call 870-673-1591.
What does it feel like to know it matters to others how you're doing? What's weighing on your mind? That you're happy right now? That your body's healthy? and that those around you are taken care of too. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind. So you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and bushels. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show tonight from Leopards Stadium in Malvern. Cited tonight's final non-conference game for both the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Malvern Leopards. And the first half here, it's been Stuttgart Ricebirds as they lead 35-14. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Brent Whitman. And, Brent, I got to ask you, we were talking just a little bit off the air there just a moment ago, but are you surprised about this game so far here tonight?
I thought the Ricebirds would be able to throw the ball deep on them, like I said, pregame. But I thought Malvern might, I could see this game being 35-21, 35-24 maybe, but 35-14. I think the defense has played really well because
they have.
I mean, their two touchdowns. I mean, were all just Tavion Clegg, extra efforts.
Sure, no doubt about that. And and you're right. We talked about in the pregame about maybe the strength of the Ricebird is the long ball, and the weakness of the Malvern Leopards maybe is their secondary.
Yeah,
and that's a good combination for Ricebirds there. The other thing too, and I'm not really surprised, but the quarterback for Malvern just doesn't seem comfortable to me. Kyler Wright just doesn't seem comfortable in that. And I know that's not his given position either. Right. He's a defensive end.
Yeah, he's not. When you get some pressure on him back there, and it really just takes him out of the game. And,
right.
He made that one long pass down there of 37 yards, but other than that, it's just been short stuff. And, with the Ricebirds, all they got to do is contain Clegg, because they're not going to beat you throwing the ball.
No, they're sure not. Brent, let's take a minute. Let's look at our first half stats from tonight's game.
And before that, Lynn, I do have a couple scores.
Okay, great.
That I'm going to give you from the 8-4A. McGee leads Star City 32-0 at half. And I know Coach Price mentioned that Hamburg and Dumas score, but it's Hamburg 42, Dumas 8 in the second quarter. So Hamburg all over Dumas
Hamburg
there.
Style.
Yep. All right, starting with the stats here tonight for Malvern, Tavion Clegg leads them on the ground, 12 carries, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Devon Juniel has 3 carries for 7. Elijah Hinton has 2 carries for 10, and the quarterback Wright has 2 carries for 1 yard. Through the air, Wright is 5 out of 9 for 81 yards. The leading receiver for the Leopards is number 21, David Hutchins. He has 3 catches for 57, 99 on the ground, 81 through the air, 180 yards for the Leopards. For the Ricebirds, Taquan Hall, 7 carries, only 27 yards. Jeremiah Thomas, 3 carries, 24 yards, including a 14-yard touchdown run. Kane Price, 3 carries for 17. Through the air, Kane Price, 11 out of 14, 182 yards and 4 touchdowns. QT Johnson has 3 of those touchdowns. He has 5 catches for 132 yards in the first half. Jamarion Horde has 3 catches for 32, including a 9-yard touchdown catch. Hayden Prine has 2 for 31, and Taquan Hall has 2 catches tonight for the Ricebirds as well. 68 yards on the ground, 182 yards passing, 250 total yards for the Ricebirds in the first half.
A good night for the Ricebirds in only a half.
Yeah, that's right. And 35 points on the board. Yeah, we will take that any night.
Malvern Leopards will have the ball first here as we start the second half here within the next minute or so here. Want to thank Southern Bancorp for sponsoring our halftime show. Each and every Friday night. 2 locations. They're at 620 East 22nd Street in Stuttgart, and they're at 220 West Cross for our friends in DeWitt. In Stuttgart, give them a call, 673-4567. And in DeWitt, it's 946-3551. Southern Bancorp, sponsors of our halftime show each and every Friday night. The Stuttgart Ricebirds will kick to start the second half of action, and we are certainly glad to have you joining us here tonight. I want to mention also our Stuttgart Ricebird Junior High did well again last night. They stayed undefeated with an 18-12 win over a good Hamburg Lion Junior High team. Junior Birds got off to a quick start. They led 18-0 after the first quarter.
Wow.
And then won 18-12.
Well, and then held on for the win.
So some great defense in there as well. 7th grade, big win as well as they stay undefeated, 20-8 over the Hamburg 7th grade Lions there as well. Dawson McKelvey's got it teed up for the Stuttgart Ricebirds, waiting for the official's whistle. There it is. Dawson moves up, puts that left foot in it, and it's end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at about the 13-yard line, back across the 20, 25, and going to have to get him on the ground as he gets out to the midfield stripe. On the return is number 8 for the Malvern Leopards, and that is Jabori Jacobs.
Yeah, fantastic return there out to midfield. And, Lynn, you know, we always talk about the starting possession of the third quarter, you know, is big. But, however, tonight I think it's bigger for Malvern than it is for Stuttgart.
Yeah, I agree totally. Here come the Malvern Leopards. Ball just inside Stuttgart Ricebird territory. Glad to have you join us tonight for Stuttgart Ricebird football. Here come the Leopards from the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left, which is from the west to the east. Quarterback very quickly fires out Tavion Clegg. He's got it complete at about midfield and then gets down to the Ricebird about 44-yard line before he's brought down by number 44 for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. And, of course, that is Knox Hillman.
Boy, he ran a long ways there for only a 5-yard gain, though, didn't he?
Sure did. Ball is at the Ricebird 43-yard line, now on the near hash mark. The Leopards in all orange with black helmets, white numbers. Tavion, let's see, no, that is not Clegg. I believe that is number 5, Devon Junior.
Well, Dagan Duncan on the tackle. He's going to have about 3 yards, going to bring up third down and short.
3rd down and 1, ball right at the Ricebird 40-yard line in the center of the field. Here come the Malvern Leopards. And Ricebirds with a little blitz going on, and they're going to catch the ball carrier in the background and they're in the backfield, and they drive him into the ground, and that's going to be a loss back to the 42-yard line. So now instead of 4th and short or 1st down, it's going to be now 4th down and 3. And, of course, 4-down situation here for the Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, 4th down and 3 here. I still think I would just give the ball to Clegg. They haven't done very much passing, hadn't had much success at all tonight. Oh, and the Ricebirds give it to them.
Ricebirds are going to jump off sides. Yeah. A little hard count there. Got the Ricebirds number 50, Trey Phillips. And, you know, I love his eagerness, but unfortunately they beat him that time, and that's going to be a free 1st down for the Malvern Leopards. That'll move the ball to the Stuttgart 38-yard line. 1st down and 10, Leopards.
Yeah, big 1st down there for the Leopards. They got the Ricebirds to jump on the hard count. So
maybe the Birds can pick up a turnover here. Let's see what the Birds can do on defense. Fake to Clegg. Quarterback's going to keep it. And Dagan Duncan is riding him down inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Dagan got on his back, and, I mean, he rode him.
And you mentioned, Lynn, a turnover. No turnovers tonight in the game so far.
No, there's not. And that was, I think, Malvern had 5 last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So now is the perfect time for one.
Absolutely. Here come the Leopards from the center of the field. The quarterback crouches down to take that snap from shotgun formation. Clegg is running into a wall of white uniforms.
Yeah, he didn't break free that time.
He did not break free that time. Ricebirds did a great job bringing him down. It's going to bring up now 3rd down now, and about 4. Line of scrimmage is going to be the Stuttgart 32-yard line. Here's another great opportunity for the Ricebird defense to stand tall and see if they can't force a 4th down. 3rd down and 5 for the Malvern Leopards. Wide outs on each side, slot on the right. Tavion Clegg, outstanding running back, standing to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback back to pass, fires across the middle. It's batted down by the Ricebirds. Knox Hillman.
Yeah, Knox Hillman that time was being blocked, but boy, had the presence of mind to get his hands up there, and you know he used it.
He got that club, man.
Yeah,
he got that club
out there.
That's right.
And he just batted the ball down. Nice play there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 in a big play here for the Malvern Leopards.
No question about it. A big play for the Ricebird defense. I tell you, they've been playing lights out here tonight. Good opportunity here for them to get the Leopards off the field. Quarterback, number 12, Kyler Wright, gets the play from the sideline. Coach Fogelman. He's got 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Single back standing to his left. He's straight back to pass. Looking. Now he fires out. Incomplete, and the Ricebirds will take over on downs. No flags down. How about that Ricebird defense?
Yeah, he was getting some heavy pressure on that play and just looked for Clegg out here in the flat and just sailed it right over his head. So a big stop for the Ricebird defense there. Now let's see if they can put some more points on the board and put a little more distance between themselves and the Malvern Leopards. There's 9:05 left in the third quarter. The Ricebirds out to a 35-14 lead. Will start their first possession of the second half.
Here come the Birds from the sideline to the line of scrimmage, from the far hash mark, moving from the left to the right. Your Stuttgart Ricebirds dressed in their all-white uniforms with maroon numbers, maroon helmets. Price takes, hands off, into the line, running room, still on his feet. Look at the power of number 42, Taekwon Hall. He's still going. He's still going. He's still going. Dragging the officials with him.
Wow, and folks, if you're just listening on the radio to that, you need to go back and find that later on the YouTube replay. Because what a run!
Oh my! Take that, Tavian Clegg.
Wow.
Handoff once again. Hall. Now they're going to – it was a whistle before the snap. Yep. And I believe he had the corner that time too. Yeah. It's going to be a procedure penalty against the Ricebirds. Back them up 5 as they quickly march into Malvern Leopard territory.
Boy, what a run by.
Oh, my.
He drug two or 3 Leopards 20 yards down the field.
Oh, yeah.
20 yards.
Awesome. Line of scrimmage now will be the Malvern 41-yard line, 1st and 15 for the Ricebirds from the far hash mark. Everybody's in tight. QT Johnson is on the wide side here on the right. Sends a man in motion in a slot position now. Looking now, he's just going to dump it out across. He's got his man complete at the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, sidestepping defenders inside the red zone.
I believe that was that Jeremiah Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the Ricebirds, number 2. And it looks like Jeremiah might have lost his helmet, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
Yeah, a good play there of keeping the play alive by Price, and then Jackson just making himself available.
You're going to have to give oxygen to the chain gang over there because I'm telling you what, they've got the chain gang running. Here come the Birds. Wide outs, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Standing to the left, Jeremiah Thomas. Now they move him to the right side of the quarterback, Kane Price. Ball just inside the 20-yard line. Price back to pass. Look, fires across the middle. Got his man. And just could not hang on. Number 4, Jamarion Horde, intended receiver.
Yeah, he tried to lay it out there right in front of Horde and just got it just maybe a hair too far out in front of it as Horde tried to lay out for it, just couldn't come up with it.
2nd down 10 coming up for the Ricebirds from the 19-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. We're here at Leopard Stadium in Malvern tonight for Ricebird football. Kane Price now has everybody in tight. A little receiver bunch on the right. Takes, hands off to Jeremiah Thomas. And Jeremiah Thomas is into the end zone. Touchdown, Ricebirds!
19 yards. Jeremiah Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the ground. The first one was 14. This one was 19. And he broke 3 or 4 arm tackles that time, and he would not be denied. And the Ricebirds are on the board again here at Malvern. 41-14, 7:56 left in the third quarter. Dawson McKelvey on for the PAT once again.
Left foot soccer-style kicker, waiting the snap, the hold, and the kick is going to be blocked.
The snap was just a little bit high, and I think I threw off the timing.
2nd week in a row, Ricebirds have had very uncharacteristic, had a PAT blocked. Yeah. That leaves the score, the Stuttgart Ricebirds 41, the Malvern Leopards 14. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we're back in 30 seconds.
Greg Hatcher and his companies are proud supporters of high school football. The Hatcher
state's largest employee benefits agency, offering outrageous service and voted best insurance agency in Arkansas virtually every year since 2004. Hatcher Capital Investments offers 401k plans and wealth management. Twin City Limousine offers vehicles that are great for weddings. And of course, the popular Scoops homemade ice cream. Greg Hatcher and his companies wish you a successful season.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds with a 41-14 lead over the Malvern Leopards. Dawson McKelvey kicks off. It's going to be returned back to about the 38-yard line. That's where Malvern will have it for their second possession here of the second half. I want to mention also the Jacksonville Titans lead the DeWitt Dragons at half, 21-6, and that's homecoming for DeWitt. First down and 10 for the Malvern Leopards. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. From the far hash mark, here come the Malvern Leopards to the line, dressed in all orange jerseys and pants, black helmets. Stuttgart Ricebirds in their travel white jerseys, pants, and maroon helmets. Quarterback fakes and then hands off into the line. Ricebird's going to bring him down for a loss.
There's nothing doing there for Clegg. He's going to lose two on that.
Ricebird's just getting tenacious on defense, and that is, Brent, you called it a loss of 2. Second down and 12 coming up now for the Leopards. Making some changes, checking in for the Malvern Leopards will be number 5, Devon Junial. Clegg stays in the backfield. Of course, their quarterback, big, tall, number 12, Kyler Wright.
Timeout Malvern here.
Timeout Malvern. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Don't forget, 2 locations, 19th and Main Street with Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wing for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Petrus, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Here come the Malvern Leopards out of a timeout. Second down and 12. Quarterback back to pass. Fires out. Got Clegg in the flats. It is complete across the 40. 45 still on his feet. Ricebirds corral him and bring him down close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. I think he's going to be maybe just a tick short. Yeah, he is going to be about a yard short. Second down and 1 coming up for the Malvern Leopards from the Malvern 46-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark here in the third quarter. The Leopards are moving from the right to the left on your radio dial, from the west to the east here in close to downtown Malvern.
We are downtown. Almost.
Facility's been here a long time, but, boy, she has got a fresh coat of paint, and she's pretty here in Malvern. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Single back, going to hand off to that back. That's Clegg, and he's going to have a first down, but not by much. He's going to get out to about the 48-yard line, and that's a first down by about a yard.
16 carries, 81 yards for Clegg. And he's been going back and forward here in the third quarter, losing yards and then gaining.
And he's checking out, taking his helmet off here on the sidelines.
Well, he is without a doubt their workhorse.
Oh, yeah.
Offense. If they lose him, they're really in trouble.
He's their bell cow, no question about that. Here come the Leopards to the line from the near hash mark. Going to send 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback's back to pass, looking. He's going to air this one out long. He's going to overthrow everybody, looks to me like, but it is going to be batted down at about the 10-yard line. Nice recovery by the intended receiver, and looks like he may have a little cramp situation. Yeah. But, boy, great coverage by the Ricebirds back there, too.
Yes, it was. Keith Byers came up from a safety spot and almost had that interception, but But the receiver himself, I think, was playing more defense than offense.
Exactly.
That's number 8, Jacobs. Yeah, he's coming out there limping a little bit.
Second down, 10, same formation, 3 wides to the right, 1 to the left. This time going to hand off the back in the backfield. Ricebirds are going to ride him down at the midfield stripe. He does a nice job hanging on to the ball. That is number 32, Elijah Hinton for the Malvern Leopards.
And knocks Hillman over there again and wraps him up and takes him down for a gain. We're going to give him 3, but that's it.
Third down and 7 coming up for the Malvern Leopards, just in Ricebird territory at the 47-yard line, between the 47 and the 48-yard line. Malvern to the line. Since Clegg in motion out of the backfield. Quarterback back to pass, little screen pass, dumps it across the middle. Got some running room, gets across the 30, and the Ricebirds finally cut his legs out from under. That's Keaton Byers at the 30-yard line. And if he could have kept his legs under him, not so sure he wouldn't have just galloped right on into the end zone.
Yep, I think so. Yep. Yeah, he was just kind of stumbling there.
Yeah.
And then Keaton came up and finished
him off. That's right. But I tell you, the little screen worked to perfection, it looked to me like, Brent, because he sure had a lot of open field in front of the receiver. Going to hand off again to number 5. He starts right, and cuts it right back up into the line, and there he's going to meet Dagan Duncan along with the Ricebirds' number 44, Knox Hillman.
Yeah, Knox Hillman's got his helmet in there on almost every play tonight so far. He's doing good, moving from side to side as well with these fast running backs.
Watch out for that club.
That's right.
Broken bone in his hand on the right side, and he's got it all wrapped up, and he is very effective. Yeah, low snap back quarterback. He fires across the middle, and Ricebird's there defending it, although the intended receiver looks like both hands on it, but it was thrown a tick behind him, Brent.
Yeah, it was. And Brylan Hogan was there. I was thinking he might be there just a hair early, but no flag there. And a low snap on that play that time, and give Wright credit for picking it up and getting rid of it.
When he takes a snap, he kind of crouches down. Of course, he's tall. He's a head taller than most of the running backs on each side of him. But now he stands up, looks to the sideline. Coach Fogelman sending a play in.
4:30 left here in the third.
This is Coach Fogelman's second year of his second stint here in Malvern. Quarterback's going to be sacked by the Ricebirds back at the 35-yard line. A huge loss.
Yeah, Bo Barnes, Damari McKinney in there. Right, pump fake that time, and when he brought the ball back down, he was covered up by 2 Ricebirds, and that's going to be a big loss.
4th and forever now for the Malvern Leopards. I think they got to get to Prattsville for a first down here. It's 4th down. They've got to get to the 18-yard line of the Ricebirds for a first down. It's back at the 35, so a little quick math on that. 4th and about 17 coming up, and 4-down territory for the Leopards. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Low snap to the quarterback, still having a hard time getting his hands on it. Now the Ricebirds wrap him up, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another, and gets out across the 30-yard line, but the Ricebirds will take over on downs. Whoa, what a nice job by the Ricebird defense recovering, but I also got to credit their quarterback as well. And look how frustrated he is.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles there, broke free, but then Jordan Minor finished him off when he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of about 7 on that, but well short of a first down.
He is a frustrated young man, too. Watching him here on the sidelines, he is really snapping his towel, and you can tell he's frustrated.
Yeah, he's not playing bad at all.
No, he's not. He's not. He's sure not. Ricebird defense has everything in the world to do with that here tonight. Here come the Ricebirds. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line, moving from the left to the right. Kane Price quickly fires out in the flats. Got QT Johnson complete, 30, 35, and out to the 40-yard line. Move the sticks. First down, Ricebirds.
Gain of 12 that time. I was looking at QT was getting
a little gingerly getting
slow.
up. Yeah, he was. He sure was.
He's going off to the bench now, it looks like.
Here come the Birds. First down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. From the far hash mark, moving from the left to the right. That's from the east to the west. Here in Malvern, 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Wide side of the field is to the right. Empty backfield, sends a man in motion. A little shuttle pass straight ahead and well defended there. Looked like Caden Sims, I believe.
That's number 7. Yeah, 17, Caden Sims. Yeah, I like the like the design of that play, but the Leopards stayed at home that time. Sims only picks up 2.
Second down, 8 coming up for the Ricebirds from their own 42-yard line. Again, from the far hash mark. Kane Price, shotgun formation. Now stands up, looks to the sideline. Calling the signals. Calls for the ball, takes it, hands off, into the line, starting left, now cutting back right, running room, here we go again across midfield, 45-yard line, what a nice run. Taquan Hall, number 42.
Boy, it was a fantastic run. Started out left and cut back to the right, broke a couple tackles again and gets into Leopard territory.
Well, the Leopards' helmets comes off, so he's going to check out for a play. He's going to be replaced by number 4, Elijah Hogan, for the Leopards. Ricebirds in Malvern Leopard territory. First down and 10. Since Jeremiah Jackson in motion. Takes, hands off, Hall looking for a little room. He is dancing and all the way down inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a couple yards short of a first down. But, boy, I'm telling you what, every time he touches the ball, Brent, he looks dangerous, doesn't he?
I know, yeah, he does. I mean, Riceburg's doing exactly what they need to here, picking up yards, keeping that clock rolling, 1:38 left in the third quarter.
He checks out. Here come the Birds. 2 wideouts to the left, which is the short side of the field. Single back, yeah. Excuse me, Brent.
Yeah, Jeremiah Thomas is that single back in the backfield.
Lined up to the left of the quarterback. He's going to get the handoff, going over the right side, and there's just not much there. But look at him keep twisting and turning, still on his feet. Probably need to go down.
Yeah.
Because they are pulling and tugging at that ball.
Yep. Yeah, needed 2 for the first down. I think they're going to give him forward progress, maybe half a yard, but that's about it.
Ball moves toward the near hash mark. Third down and 1 for the Ricebirds. Everybody's in tight. Little receiver bunch on the left. Hayden Prine is in that bunch. Price looks out, and he's going to have some running room over the left side. He's going to have a first down, and he's going to step out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Tell you what, Lynn, give Malvern credit there because Kane faked into the line, and he was looking for Caden Sims from his tight end's position.
Yeah,
right down the hash mark, and there were 2 Leopards on him. So
yeah,
they knew what was coming there. But Kane, picked up about 5 on that.
Yeah, so. Used his legs and got that yard that he needed plus about 4. Hall lined up to the right of Price. Kane's got 2 wideouts to the right, which is the wide side of the field, moving again from the left to the right on your radio dial. Handoff, Hall into the line. Starts right now, cuts back left. Got some running room. Got some blocking out in front of him. Look who's blocking out in front of him, Brent.
Kane Price out there blocking. He knocked somebody down, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. How about that? Kane Price out there doing some lead blocking.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
That's it. We've got 3 in the books from Malvern. It's all Ricebirds here tonight, 41-14 over the Malvern Leopards. We're back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkes Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkins has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
And we welcome you back to fourth quarter action here tonight from Leopard Stadium in Malvern. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you joining us now for Stuttgart Ricebird football. The Ricebirds, as we start the fourth quarter, lead the Malvern Leopards 41-14. Birds have the ball. Second down.
Should be second down and 1, I believe.
Yeah, they've got it about a foot over there. Now they're going to stretch it out. It is second down and 1 coming up for the Ricebirds. Flip the end of the field. Now the Birds are moving from the west to the east. Right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position here for this final quarter of action. And the Ricebirds waiting for the officials to get the ball set. 2 wide outs to the right. Ball's on the near hash mark. Got a slot on the right. Take, handoff, Taquan Hall into the line. Boy, look at him.
Look at that.
Number 33. Number 33 has been on his back for 7 yards.
Yeah.
Jarrett Hathcock, he's the punter. He was on his back, no kidding, 7 yards. He rode Taquan Hall.
Yeah, Hall picks up 10 yards on that run. 8 of those yards were with Leopards on his back.
I'm telling you. I mean, the Birds have been doing some big cat hunting here tonight. They've got a first down and 10 at the Malvern 12-yard line. 3 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Slot on the left. Handoff. Taquan Hall fumbles the ball, and it goes right into the hands of a Malvern Leopard, and he takes off. Nice job by the Malvern Leopard to do that. But,
yeah, it was.
But the Ricebirds, fortunately, caught him and drug him down at about the 35-yard line. Taquan will dream about that one tonight.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he ever really had it,
No.
From Kane when he handed it off. He just kind of bobbled it, and it went right to number, who was that?
75, I think.
Yeah.
75.
Yeah, 75. Yeah, it went right to 75, and he took off and thought he had 6, but Taquan ran him down at the 33.
So the Malvern Leopards stop the Ricebird drive deep in the red zone, and they'll take over at their own 33-yard line. Ricebird defense will dig in now. First down and 10 for the Leopards. They're going to send 3 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Leopards in their orange uniforms with black helmets, moving from the left to the right. Fires. He's got a man complete out to 45-yard line. On the reception is number 8, Jabori Jacobs.
He's going to have 12 yards on that one. That's going to be a first down.
Move the sticks. Ball will be down right near that big orange M here in the center of this turf field. Beautiful facility here in Malvern tonight. 3 wide outs to the left now. That's the wide side of the field. Quarterback calling for the ball. He's going to keep it over the right side. He's got some running room, and the Ricebirds finally bring him down after he crosses midfield. Gets down to the Ricebird 40-yard line.
Yeah, he did a good job of pulling that away from Clegg, because Clegg was hit right in the backfield, but the quarterback kept it. He picks up 12.
And Malvern, after the turnover, moving right down the field here into Ricebird territory.
2 first downs on 2 plays.
From the 42-yard line. Take Clegg into the line. Not much there.
No.
Ricebirds drag him down as he crosses the 40.
He's got about 4, and that's it.
Second down 6 coming up now for the Leopards. 10:38 to go in the game. Ricebirds with a 41-14 lead. Malvern with the ball in Ricebird territory. 2 wide outs to the left. Now their backs standing on each side of the quarterback. He's back to pass. He's got a man out in the flats, and he's going to air this one out long. Ricebirds are recovering nicely out there, and that is
picked off maybe.
Yes. It is. It is.
That is
intercepted.
That's number 19, I believe, out there. That is Brylan Hogan. And, Lynn, I'll tell you what, Wright had number 5 in the flat, wide open. There wasn't anybody within 20 yards of him.
I could, and then he throws it back toward the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, double coverage out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Keaton Byers, I really thought Keaton came up with it, but
I did too. But they were both back there. They went up with the receiver. But yeah, he could have thrown it to 5 out there, Junior, and he could have ran for days, but he went for it all, and it cost him.
And the Ricebirds will take over at their own 5-yard line. A little loss of field position on that exchange of turnovers.
Yeah, just a little bit,
From the Malvern 12 to your own 5, but kept the Malvern Leopards out of the end zone again. Kane Price standing at his goal line takes. Hands off, coming to the near side, trying to turn the corner. Not much there. Not going to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Nice play defensively by mostly the defensive line of the Warren.
Well,
the
same colors. Same colors. But, Hall that time was kind of waiting for a hole to open up, and it didn't open up. Second down and 13 now.
Yeah, loss of 3 on the play. See if the Ricebirds can't get out of the shadow of their own goal post here. 9:42, clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Ricebirds with a 41-14 lead. And the quarterback, Kane Price, standing in his own end zone. Calls for it, takes a snap, fires, got a man complete. Across the 10, out, steps out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. And going to be short of a first down, but a little bit more manageable and a little bit of breathing room too.
Yeah,
it's out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 4. He picked up about 10 on that little easy dump off to Taekwon Hall.
3rd down, a long 3 coming up for the Ricebirds. And they're going to send 3 wideouts to the right. Taekwon Hall is the lone back, standing to the right of the quarterback, Kane Price. Kane calls for it, now takes it, rolls to his right. He's looking. Now he's going to tuck it down, and
I don't
believe he got the first down. I don't think he did. He's going to be a little short.
Ooh, where they have it marked, it's very close. Well,
they're going to. They keep moving it closer and closer.
Yeah, they do, don't they? I get it's 4th down, and
I see Coach Price out there. Coach, and of course the players want to go for it.
Yeah, and I bet you he's going to let this clock run down and just take a timeout here.
Yeah.
8:50 left, and the clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. Ricebirds with the 41-14 lead.
Yeah, and there it is, timeout. But he's not.
He pointed timeout Malvern, it looked like.
He sure did.
Because there was 10 seconds left on the play clock, so I don't think Stuttgart would have taken it then.
And they're going to measure.
Oh, okay. All right, timeout to measure. All right.
And Coach Price was out there wanting that. I saw him out there. They're pointing for that. So let's see if they stretch that chain out. If the Ricebirds are short.
Ooh,
it is credit card close.
It is.
He says about 3 inches or so.
It is about a stripe.
And gives it a 4th down mark at the 15-yard line. Well, what do you say, Coach Brent?
Well, I know that we don't run under center, but, boy, it sure would make it easy, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
We don't do that.
A little tush-push would be a good play call right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because, boy, if you don't make it here, I mean, you're giving them the ball way down there in your own territory. We have Jeremiah Thomas in the backfield now.
And I imagine you'll see a little hard count as well.
Absolutely,
possibly, because the Ricebirds have been subjected to that a couple of times here tonight as well. There's your hard count.
Yeah, they flinched but didn't jump. Now let's see if the Ricebirds are going to run it down and call timeout, or they're going to actually – no, I think they're going to call timeout. Yep, try
the hard count again. Everybody stays tight. And going to play smart ball here, I think. And that's it. Yep. There's your timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
Welcome back to Stuttgart Ricebird Football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Let's set the stage for you here. The Stuttgart Ricebirds 4th down and inches at their own 15-yard line. Hayden Prine is in to punt, takes a snap, gets his foot into it, gets a nice knuckleball. It's going to hit, and it looks like it's going to hit out of bounds at about the 39-yard line of the Ricebirds. So it's going to be good field position for the Malvern Leopards with 8:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stuttgart with a 41-14 lead in this non-conference matchup.
Yeah, the Birds get the turnover there, unable to do anything with it, but you know they put Malvern right back out there about where they were when they threw the interception, and they run a couple minutes off the clock.
And of course, the Ricebirds were going in for a score and turned the ball over, and it was picked up out of the midair by one of the linemen. He rumbled and bumbled and stumbled all the way down to about the 35-yard line, and the Ricebirds caught him and brought him down.
Going in for a score may be a mercy rule.
That's correct. Quarterback back to pass, looks, fires, got his man complete at 35-yard line. On the reception is number 33, Jarrett Hathcock, who's also the punter.
Yeah. Nice tackle by Elliott Boyd. There's no yards after the catch at all, gain of 4.
Second down, 6 coming up. Ball is at the Stuttgart 34-yard line. 2nd and 6. Quarterback Kyler Wright, number 12. He's got Tavian Clegg standing to his right. Fakes to him, fires it out in the flats, got a man complete, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. On the reception, is number 21, David Hutchins.
Yeah, he's going to have a first down.
And they do. They move the sticks. First down and 10. The ball is at the Stuttgart 29-yard line. 7:24 to go. Clock stops as the ball goes out of bounds. Here come the Leopards. Sends a man in motion from left to right, going to hand to Clegg into the line, and Clegg is going to be brought down. Short gain in there, but boy, how about the Ricebirds, number 78, LaDadrian Smith. Man, he pile drove Clegg down.
He did a short gain of maybe about a yard and a half, not much at all for Clegg.
From the near hash mark, moving from the left to the right, here come the Malvern Leopards. A little hard count from their quarterback. He's got 2 wideouts to the left. He's got 2 to the right. The right side is the short side of the field. He moves Clegg from the left to the right. Fires out in the flats. Got a man complete, but the Ricebirds are right there. Nice play defensively by Jordan Miner for the Birds.
Number 4 on the reception. Yeah, he's going to gain about 4. But, we've seen the Ricebirds do that against Lone Oak as well. They were playing off with them just a little bit, but, boy, no yards after the catch whatsoever. They're doing a good job tackling tonight.
Same formation. Now they move one of the wideouts on the right to a slot on the left. Going to hand to Clegg, and he's going to follow that slot. Oh, he like to get his head took off. Holy mackerel. Clegg went into that line, and he went and cut back, but his head didn't cut back with him.
Oh, he did.
Golly.
He did short gain on that play. He's going to have
that made my neck sore.
Yeah.
Golly.
He's going to have just a couple on that play.
Fourth down. Big fourth down here. Ricebird defense love to get that ball back. 5:41 to go here. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. Ricebirds want to stop this Malvern drive. Quarterback back to pass. Looking. He fires out. He's got a man. Oh, he's got Clegg complete out here. A little screen pass, and he won't go down. Ricebirds finally drag him out of bounds inside the Ricebird 20-yard line, but not until he gets a first down and a fresh set of downs for the Malvern Leopards.
Yeah, he's going to have 8, and that is enough for the first down. He was trying to dance and juke his way around all of the Ricebirds, but couldn't do it.
First down and 10 for Malvern from the Stuttgart 17-yard line. Ball continues to be on the near hash mark. Leopards moving from the left to the right. Clegg is a single back standing to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap, and he fires toward the end zone. It's going to be picked off by the Ricebirds at the goal line, back across the 5, the 10, and across the 15, and going to be brought down at the 16-yard line.
I believe that was Jordan Miner, number 15, read that all the way, cut it right in front of the Leopard receiver, picked it off right at the goal line, ran it back to the 16. So the Ricebirds thwart another Leopard drive with an interception.
You bet. That's 2 on the night. Keith Konieczny, get your wallet out. That is $100 tonight for the Ricebird Booster Club so far with those 2 interceptions by the Stuttgart Ricebirds.
4:57 left to go here in the game.
I'm glad we got that pick right there. I didn't want to give up another touchdown.
No, I didn't either. I didn't either.
Here come the Rice Birds. Going to take and going to play a little easy ball here. Handoff right up into the line. Good run out across the 20, 21, 22. Look at that pile still going out to about the 23-yard line.
Is that offensive line getting in there and pushing that pile? That was Jeremiah Thomas on the carry.
Yep.
He's going to have about almost 8 yards with that pile.
2nd down and 2 coming up for the Rice Birds. 4:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. Rice Birds with a 41-14 lead over Malvern. Here come the Birds. Going to send a couple wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Rice Birds starting to kind of milk that play clock now. Kane Price is the quarterback. He hands off into the line. 1st down and more. Oh, my goodness. Put it on the scoreboard. He is gone. Taekwon Hall to the house.
76 yards, and he broke through that line, and, boy, he outran every Leopard in town to the end zone. Taekwon Hall put it on the board, 47-14. Wow, what a run. Rice Birds have put up some big yardage on some touchdowns today. They have a 72-yard touchdown pass and a 76-yard touchdown run for touchdowns. Wow, what a run.
And as the Rice Birds just trying to milk a little clock, boy, they took that one to the house.
They did. 176 yards rushing now for Taekwon Hall on 14 carries.
Rice Birds are going to go for 2. They had their last PAT block, so the Birds are going to go for 2. Kane Price rolls to his right, now fires back into the middle. Complete 2-point conversion is good on the reception for the Rice Birds. Number 17, Caden Sims, your player of the week last week for the offense.
Yeah, but that takes it up to 49-14, which should invoke the sportsmanship rule. Once we kick off, I guess they'll start it up maybe.
That's correct. That's correct.
3:59 left to go here. 49-14, and boy, what a turn of events there, Lynn. The Leopards again driving, trying to get a touchdown here. Jordan Minor with a fantastic interception. 2 plays later, Taekwon Hall electrifying, takes it 76 yards to the house.
And just continued to
separate
himself from the defenders. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful thing to watch.
I mean, what a burst right through the line. You know, Hall, a lot of times he kind of likes to wait for a hole to open up, but, boy, not that time. He shot right through there, and he was gone. Dawson McKelvey tees it up now. You can tell in the body language on the near sideline here of the Leopards, if it wasn't already bad enough now, it's really down here. They have taken one on the chin today.
Right
Good
down
kick.
central. Great kick. It's going to go by everybody, and I don't know if it's going to make it. It's not going to make it into the end zone. The Rice Birds are going to converge on the return man. Now they got to get him on the ground, and they do out at the 12-yard line. Oh, that was the kick they thought for all the world was going to go in the end zone, and it just kept rolling a little to the right, and it looked like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it just kept spinning, and it spun back out in front of the end zone, and he picked it up at about the 2 and got it back out to the 13, and that's where Malvern will have it. And
Dawson McKelvey, what a weapon.
Yeah, and the clock still ain't rolling. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They didn't get the memo about the sportsmanship rule here.
No, they didn't.
And of course the referee should be winding the clock as well, though.
You're exactly right.
So it's not on the clock operator, it's on the official. I mean, 49 minus 14 is 35, is it not?
That's correct.
Okay.
You are correct, sir.
They're not winding it.
And that's exactly why Coach Price did that, was to get to that 35 points. Now he winds it.
Now they wind it.
Here come the Malvern Leopards from their own 13-yard line. Handoff into the line, a little bit of running room, and out across the 20-25 goes number 32 for the Malvern Leopards, and that is Elijah Hinton.
Yeah, a lot of fresh jerseys out there for the Rice Birds on defense.
3:26, clock moving, 4th quarter. Rice Birds going to go to 3-0 on the season. And handoff, Rice Birds, I thought they had him in the backfield.
I did too. Yeah.
But coming up and making a good stop, number 33, Chandler Chambers.
There's a late flag coming in from the back judge, I believe. He threw it at about the 40. Sure didn't look like a face mask.
And they still haven't marked anything off, have they?
No, I thought I saw a flag come in. Maybe not. Maybe. No, I guess not.
First down and 10 for the Malvern Leopards from their own 38-yard line. Clock moving. 2:40 to go. Handoff into the line, number 32 on the carry. And, boy, what a nice run. Good hard run out to the midfield stripe.
One of 11.
See a few fresh jerseys. Kingston Denton out there for the Rice Birds, number 12. Number 21 for the Birds, Quaterion Bennett.
Yep.
Looks like number 30 out there for the Birds. That's Jacob Eagle. He was your player of the game a couple of weeks ago. Oh, boy, what a hard hit in there, Damari McKinney.
Yeah, nice tackle there. Gain of about 5.
53, Christian Guerrero for the Rice Birds on that line. Under 2 minutes to go.
Yep. Number 29 in there at linebacker, Caven Bryant.
58, Orrin Mack. Here come the Leopards. Take handoff over the left side. Now back into the line. Oh, boy, Damari McKinney said, no, sir, that's as far as you're going.
Yeah, nice tackle.
Oh, Lucas Snow, number 75, in there as well.
Gain of about 3. We got 3rd down and 2. 1:33 left here to go. Left here in the game with the clock rolling.
Big number 55, Trey Milton for the Malvern Leopards checks in, while number 71, Jaden Newborn checks out.
Big number 71.
Boy, he is big. He's punishing those pants. 3rd down and 2. And, what a collision. What a collision.
Yeah,
now, there is a
the
flag.
Back. Yeah, that was a block in the back. Jacob Eagle got blocked in the back on the little pass out here to Hinton. Believe he might have had just enough for a first down, but it's not gonna count.
And the clock continues to run.
Yes.
54, 53, 52. They may not get another playoff.
If the referees take long enough marking this
That's
off,
right.
they might
That's
not.
exactly right.
Might get off one more. No, well, they're marking it off pretty quick here.
Yeah, they are. Uh-oh. Did 74 just throw up out there?
Oh, I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't see that.
In orange, number 74 in orange, yes, he just did.
He's still out there, though. We'll give him credit.
Hey. That's right. Yeah.
He's a gamer.
Give him props. Hey, I no doubt. Quarterback back to pass. Looks, fires out in the flats. Got his man complete. Shakes off one tackle. Shakes off another one. Still on his feet. Still hunting for a seam. And he's running backwards. Now the Rice Birds are going to converge on him and finally bring him down right on that big orange M in the middle. And that's going to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and can you believe it? The Stuttgart Rice Birds mercy rule the Malvern Leopards 49-14 here at Leopard Stadium tonight. The Rice Birds go to 3-0 on the season. The Malvern Leopards fall to 1-2, and the Rice Birds heading into an open date next week as they'll start conference play 2 weeks from tonight. We've got the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show coming up. Brent will have our end-of-the-game stats. We'll look at the scoring summary and try to get you some other scores from around the area. We've got all that and more coming up for you, again, on the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show. We'll get started on that in 4 minutes.
Renting equipment for your next project is easy.